Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Comic Book Talk with friends. Hope you guys are having a nice evening. Hope everybody had a nice day, a nice weekend. Spend some time with the family. Hugs and kisses and love and all that good stuff. But today we're gonna talk about comics. That's what we're here for, and we're actually gonna talk about the DCEU, their current state, their 2022 slate of films and what have you. But yeah, we're gonna kind of jump into that tonight. I'm glad to see that we have quite a few people here in the panel. Peace and love to you all. And anybody we out chat, peace to you all. But let me bring in the chat. Not the chat, the panel, so we can get these guys going. Let's see here. What's going on with you guys? What's up? What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? So glad to have everybody here. Vinny, what's going on, brother? How was your weekend, man?
Weekend was good, man. I was out late on Friday doing snow removal, so we had a little bit of snow here, so I just caught up with some rest from aftermath of that, and then I spent the rest of the weekend just doing a lot of catching up on reading. And I knew we were talking DC tonight, so I was trying to do some crash course, caught up on all Batman for the year and a few other titles for the year, and just like binge through some comics, man. It's that's what I love about getting a little bit of a winter break. I get some free time to catch up on some reading. I got a lot more to go, but I got some got some in the books, man. But other than that, man, good.
Oh man, that's what's all about, man. Jedi Kid, bro. How was your weekend, man? What you get into?
I just relaxed, man. I just cooled out. I had some time off, did some reading, and trying to get ready for his birthday on Monday, bro. Your boy gonna be 46.
That's right.
I'm the oldest one on the page, I think.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, man!
You the oldest
Thanks,
one on
brother.
what?
Monday.
You don't look a day older than 45.
I'm the oldest one here. Oh yeah, thank you.
No, I'm 48, bro. I got you beat. I'm 2 years old. I'm a couple
years. I thought I was older than you, bro.
Nah, I'm 48, man.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, I'm a grail.
Okay. Oh yeah,
he's racing to his AARP card.
I said.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
definitely, man. You know what time
you guys
it
can
is.
have the oldest titles. I'm good.
But definitely, man, happy early birthday, before it drops, so I know you're preparing for that. So good to have you here, man. Butt naked. What's going on with you, brother?
Not much, man. I've been doing the same as Vinny. I've been just kind of catching up on comics, although I haven't actually caught up much on my DC books because I've been banging through a bunch of Marvel right now. So I am actually a little bit behind on the books on the DC side. As far as TV and film, there's a lot that we're all caught up on and ready to talk about. But yeah, man, it's pretty much that. And I've actually been enjoying the hell out of the Guardians of the Galaxy PS5 game. That is actually, I have been pleasantly surprised with that. Really good kind of feels like a good Guardian story. Gameplay is fun. It's I've been enjoying that. So it's pretty much that, and just getting ready for this nice little Arctic blast that we're getting here in Boston. I think the high is 9 degrees tomorrow. So
9.
It's gonna be colder than a witch's tit. It's just gonna, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be unbearable, man. But yeah, it's what it's about, especially on the East Coast, the Beast Coast. You know how it is.
Yeah, I don't
man.
miss that. I don't miss that at all.
It's frigid. It is definitely frigid. So anybody out there who's
chilly
on the East
here.
Coast, man,
78 degrees today.
Stay warm. You know what I mean? And at the same time, man, just be smart and be intelligent, man. Literally. You know what I mean? This there's a super spreader going on right now. This thing is taking no prisoners. So please be smart, be sensible. If you don't want to get vaccine, I mean that's on you. But please, please, be mindful and respectful for those who, could easily get sick. So come on, man. Let's get that going. So anyway, let me address the chat real quick. This ain't no romper room session until the end. But Latoya T in the building, baby. Thank you for being here. We have John McNulty. Thank you for coming along. Bob Dylan is in the building. Thank you for being here, man. We have Tobar in the building. Philip the Fool. 68 Vinny. We have 78 Vinny. My bad.
Maybe older. See,
Renz Talentino, Doc
Mm.
Smizzle. Doc Smizzle is in the building. Ashley Chase, Takathri, thank you for being here, man. Let's see here. We have Mike Fiella, Malachi Mabane. Let's see here. We have Max Geekdom is here. Thank you for coming through, brother. Spice Running Man, thank you, man. Thank you for like the good sentiment when it comes to my mom. She's doing well. She's getting better. She's eating. She's moving around, watching TV. She's in the hospital now. She's going to be there for a couple more days. They just want to keep her there just to make sure. But yes, man, thank you very much for that.
Well wishes.
Takathri, you were like, yo, Lael, thoughts on the Queen Studio Museum Wonder Woman. I'm getting the piece because I love that statue. I love that it's uncolored. You know what I mean? It's like a museum statue. So I love it. So we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's see here. Ben Cave is in the building. Thank you for coming through. Kate Carter 27. Thank you for being here. Ashley Chase. Thank you for being here. Who else we got? Genta. We got Quentin Beck. Prime Time Reviews in the building. Let's see here. Let's see who else we got. Hector V. Mr. JB is in the building. Thank you for being here. JB Collection. Thank you for being here, lady. KG Collector, my brother. Thank you for basically being here, man. I'm so glad. And yeah, I mean, listen. Oh, we got a $2 a super chat by Spice Runner. Lael is matching R&B game. Hug moms. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that, man. All day, every day. But yes. So yeah, we've had. Now I want to mention off the top real quick before we jump in. Okay, so I'm gonna do this on every stream. There's gonna be a giveaway in February. It's building up into February, so there's gonna be a giveaway in February, probably right before Valentine's Day. Now this is gonna be a huge, huge, huge giveaway. When I say huge, I mean big. Ooh. Giveaway. So, yes, details of this giveaway will be given soon.
You already got my address.
We'll be given pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. There'll be a video on it as well. The video will reveal what the giveaway is, so just stay tuned for that. But yes, I wanted to say that off the top. So, you know, pretty much if whoever hasn't seen that or missed it, you'll see it throughout the week because we will be announcing that. So yeah,
It's
me,
a
Bucky Naked,
there.
Jedi Kid, and Vinny will probably be behind the scenes discussing this giveaway. But we'll talk about it later on once we're off the channel. And no snitching, snitches get stitches. So anyway,
It's a DVD.
Yeah, this is DVD. So check it out. So tonight, yes, we're gonna have this discussion, man. Like, I mean, this is a discussion worth having. Last week we covered Marvel's slate. This week we're covering the DCEU, and you know, just other properties. You know, not just basically the movies, but the HBO Max shows, stuff like that. If you
I can
notice,
see the thought bubbles popping
exactly
up
in
over Jedi
Jedi
Kid's
Kid.
head
You know what I
already.
mean? You see how
He's
you know
ready to go.
you see how his whole face changed, his whole personality changed. But he promised he's gonna be on his best behavior. So
It looks like
you know
somebody
what I mean?
kicked his
It is
puppy.
what it
I'm
is.
gonna just chill.
He said I'm just gonna
talk through
chill.
it.
He's gonna talk through it. So anyway, look, I mean, so I just want to jump into, like, you know, basically the first film that we know is dropping and that's coming up. Now, we already talked about these things. Wow, we talked about the film before. We did like a DCEU run through before, but I think that, you know, from this aspect of it, you know, I just wanted to kind of cover our thoughts on what we think. You know, do we think whether or not, you know, going through a pandemic, coming off of Spider-Man, No Way Home, and that success from Marvel's side, we want to say that we want to see DC get a hit. We want to see it. And I know that there's some mixed feelings about this particular film, but I guess we can all agree that, you know, when it comes to a comic book film, we'll go see it. You know, just to see if it, you know, at least gives us a glimpse of, you know, something, gives us a little something. So the first film we're going to talk about is The Batman, of course. You know, that's slated to come. It's one of the up-and-coming films. Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz. You know, you have a cast of colorful individuals that are in this film. That I believe, like I said, I mean, I have hopes, and I believe that it's a possibility that they can kill it. You know what I mean? That they can do it some justice. You guys, tell me what you think, man. Like, tell me what you feel about this.
I was on the fence.
I'll start with you, Vinny. All right, no,
Yeah.
Jedi Kid. I'm gonna start with you. You go ahead. You go
There
ahead.
you go.
Because it looks. I'm gonna get you while you're in a good mood. So let's go.
Yeah, this is not too bad movie to talk about. I was on the fence at first because of the things that he was saying about not working out for the role, and his rendition of Bruce Wayne doesn't have to be this weightlifter or whatever.
He's pretty ripped.
Yeah, so that's what I'm about to say. So it's like, you know, I was kind of mad about that in the very beginning. Like, who? Come on, this is not Twilight. You can't come in here like no skinny vampire trying to win over Gotham City. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So then later on down the line, you see him. What was it? Month, I think. They had showed a picture of him behind the scene with his shirt. I was like, oh, so he was working out. You had to, bro. He was doing something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I kind of calm back down. Like, all right, cool. And then I'm hearing with the suit, I'm still on the fence, but they're saying that's just like a starter suit for him. And by the end of the movie, he'll go into like, I guess, like a year 2 kind of suit before the movie's over with. So I'm hoping to see that. I'm excited for the Riddler. This is one of the only DC movies that I'm kind of happy and want to go see. And I really think that I want to see his Batman. I'm really curious about this Gotham super detective that he's going to be, like the old school Batman. So I'm excited to see this. I have no complaints about this one except for the whole thing about him not trying to work out in the beginning. But yeah, see the boy, he wasn't like that in Twilight, bro. This kid,
no, he wasn't.
I think he was trying to temper expectations so people didn't think like, he's supposed to be like Batfleck jacked.
Yeah.
He was trying to make it seem like so that when they did see him, they were like, okay, well, he's not Batfleck jacked, but he's ripped and like this. He doesn't look weak.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Because to me, I look at it like this is like a prequel. I don't care what nobody says. It's like a prequel to the Batfleck. To me, I know it's a different universe, but it seems like they could have did it like that if they wanted to. But you know, DC, WB, it's like I don't know. Let's pass it on. I gotta calm down. Go ahead, pass it on.
So, Vinny, what do you think about this, bro? I know. You were also amongst that were on the fence about this and
it's tough for me for not watching trailers to kind of like judge early with some of these films, and I do that for a reason, so that way I don't go in too hype or too tepid. But there's definitely some things like that brought up that was like concerning for Batman fans, because obviously there's early versions of Batman in the comics where he's certainly not Frank Miller Batman, and that's perfectly fine. But it was more his attitude of that's not even what Batman should be. That's very confusing because Batman should be a menacing, imposing figure, and that is feared. So when you think of Robert Pattinson in any rendition that we've seen him, whether he was a great actor in it or not, you don't think, man, I want to fuck with him. And that's kind of part of what you want when you get Batman on the film, is you kind of want that imposing figure.
Yeah.
But I've heard good things too, like that they might go the detective route, but I don't really know much about what they might do with that. And then there's the cinematography from stills, because I haven't seen the trailer, but stills and stuff like that looks really sleek, really, really, impressive. Yeah. And then there's flip side on the other side where there's a lot of clips or gifs that I see where he's like really angry and I'm vengeance and rage. And that's a little disappointing too from a projection point of view, not from knowing it or having seen it or having any idea really what to expect. But it seems a lot of people are excited about the fact that he looks so like angry in the trailers, and like they can't wait to see people up. Yeah. And that bothers me a little bit because I've seen Rage Batman with Bale, and I've seen it a little bit with Affleck, and we've seen it over the years. And it's once again where a lot of people who don't read comics or even watch the cartoons think that Batman is all about just breaking everyone's arms and getting out his rage for his parents dying. But if you've ever read a comic, Batman is all about control, and Batman in the comic very, very, very rarely shooken. Like it takes a long, drawn out story. It takes one of his soldiers dying. It takes a lot to fucking rattle him. Batman isn't, screaming his lungs out at someone who is robbed a purse on the street. You know what I mean? It takes a lot more. So the whole rage, if this is a rageful Batman, I'm not super excited about that, even if it's year one, because he spent 10 years training to be a controlled,
who he is now.
A controlled person who's escape artist and is a detective and is a martial artist, and that's all discipline. So I hope it's not Christian Bale rage Batman with just a sleeker frame. And there's not much more I really can say. Like, who knows? That might be the case. That might not be. Everything could be taken out of context in the trailer. So so there's good and bad that I'm hearing from it. And even if I had seen the trailer, I doubt there'd be much more info to discern what we're going to be expecting. I do love what I've been hearing from the supporting cast. Like Catwoman looks fucking amazing, and there's no question about that. And I'm hearing amazing things about Colin Farrell, and so we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely Batman is my favorite character, so they could we've all gone to see Schumacher, so we're definitely going to go see this, and give it a chance. You know what I mean? We've all put our head down and walked into, Batman and Robin. So we're definitely going to walk into this.
God.
So, you know what I mean? So it can't be any worse than that. But I would love to see a controlled, smart, intelligent detective, even if it is a young detective. He can make mistakes, but I don't want to see him just pissed off. Like, that's not Batman.
Yeah, definitely. Before I move on to Brendan, shout out to CJC360 with the $1.99 super chat. He says, we'll show Peacemaker 1/6 this Thursday with the show. That's interesting. We don't know. They may not. That just depends. Maybe Hot Toys will beat them to the punch. Probably not. We don't know. That'd be interesting to see. But whoever does it, I'm pretty sure they'll do it well, and we'll be waiting to see it. So I'm all in. We're already basically getting blood sport, so I'm definitely happy about that. There's already a Polka Dot Man third-party figure that's out there. So, and also we have, King Shark. It's a power pole, so it's basically out there. So, all we need right now is a Harley. If you want to get a nice Harley. So anyway, we just had to wait and see, but that's coming. Brendan, when we talk about this movie and what to expect, I mean, again. Can you see it? All right, so I guess I'm going to frame it this way. Can you see this film coming close to being a $1 billion film for DC?
Yes. 100%.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, so here's the thing. So I was, earlier today, was listening to some music, doing some stuff around the house, and just kind of, I started organizing my thoughts about different things we were going to talk about tonight. And thinking about, this film, which I'm super excited for, and then thinking about the rest of the DCEU and all of that, whatever you want to call it. And as I was thinking about that, I was thinking about this, really excited, and then I started thinking about the rest of the DC slate for the rest of the year. And on Apple Music, I'm listening to the blues station because I'm a diehard blues fan, and one of my, if not my all-time favorite artist, and one of my favorite songs comes on, "The Thrill Is Gone" by B.B. King. And man, that could not have been more apt, because I went from being hyped about this movie to then thinking about the rest of the DC slate for the rest of the year. And the thrill was gone. I was like, and to me, I honestly feel like that's going to be a little bit of a problem for Warner Brothers and for DC, because I think this is going to be potentially the best thing that comes out for them in 2022, and it's going to be at the beginning of the year. and then you're going to be kind of a slow descent down. Now, I'm not saying everything is going to be bad. There are things that I actually have some excitement for, but they have big problems, big question marks hanging over them. This one, I think, turned out, I think people were really nervous, though, when Pattinson was announced at first, and then like the interviews about, the weightlifting and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of thing where, and I know like Vinny hasn't seen a lot of, hasn't seen the trailers and stuff, but like he brought up the cinematography on this. One of my favorite cinematographers, Greg Fraser, all right, who shot Rogue One, which is my all-time favorite Star Wars flick, right? Mm-hmm. He's an amazing cinematographer. I do think that not what Vinny was hoping for, but I do think we are going to see a young, inexperienced, and somewhat rageful Batman here. I think, and I'm okay with it. I get Vinny's point. I think that this is the kind of thing where in the comics we have that backstory where he spent 10 years training to not be that kind of guy at the start.
Yep.
But I don't think they're gonna fit that into like a 2-hour movie. So I think we're gonna get that rageful, seeing that, and then him progressing out of that.
It'll cool off at some point.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's the best approach. I'm saying I think that's what they're going to do in this. That I think that's their kind of truncated, like, we gotta like show his journey in this, rather than just saying in this movie, well, he already went on the journey before we come to see him. I think that's where they're coming at it from. But I do think we are going to get much more of the detective style, the Arkham games, the detective comics. Yeah. Like more cerebral style. We're gonna get that Paul Dano as basically like the Zodiac killer, like a serial killer Riddler, not like a goofy, campy kind of Riddler, right? This is not a Jim Carrey kind of
no, this guy's Zodiac killer.
And so I think that this is gonna have broad appeal to even non-comic book fans. I think I think Zoe Kravitz looks amazing in this film as Catwoman. What we have seen in the trailers, I think the vibe, the chemistry between her and Robert Pattinson in what we've seen so far, I think it alludes to something bigger. I think it works. I don't think she's going to be an ancillary character, kind of like Anne Hathaway's version was in the Nolan film. I think she's really going to have some meat to like sink in, sink her teeth into in this film and beyond. I do see it, as potentially being that $1 billion, that kind of, again, depending on how box office overall and COVID and
it'll be their
out,
blockbuster, I think.
I do think, because here's the thing, it's Batman. And there are going to be tons of people who are going to see it just because it's Batman. It's one of those characters that is going to draw bigger than a Shazam or a Black Adam. Now, maybe those do better because you've got somebody like The Rock in it. But it's The Rock bringing most of that audience to the theater, not the character of Shazam. We're going for Shazam. And I like The Rock, too. But you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a lot that I'm really psyched about this. The buzz around Colin Farrell's Penguin has got me really excited. I really want to see that take. I can't wait for that character. His physical transformation is insane.
It's crazy.
I think Matt Reeves is a great storyteller. I absolutely love watching Jeffrey Wright on screen, and so him as Commissioner Gordon, I'm very, very excited about. I honestly, everything about this film makes me excited. Yeah, there are some things that I'm like, okay, there could be a misstep here. Let's see how they handle this. But there's far more things that have me excited about this film and far fewer things that have me concerned about this film than I can really say about most of the other film slate for the DC brand in 2022. So, I think this could absolutely be a big, big blockbuster, maybe even that $1 billion film for them this year. Whether or not it actually hits that, I don't know, but I think it's got the potential to it.
Yeah. It's tough to watch another year one Batman Begins with yet another kind of glossing over of the 10
They keep going back to the same story, bro.
I don't mind them going back if they went back and told that he went to train more than just to learn how to fight. It's like he spent 10 years going all around the world learning everything from escape artists,
Yep.
from detectives, to training
Had to
with
deal with pain.
police forces,
Mhm.
dealing with all these monks and all this other
And
stuff.
we might see
It's
some of
very
that
tough.
stuff.
It's
hope so, bro.
frustrating that we got Gotham as like a wannabe ridiculous thing that was, and not what Arrow tried to be, where he was fighting crime and flashing back to his 10 years of training.
Oh God, yeah, that was awful.
And
I think we
I
might
don't know that
see
it
some
made-
of what
I
his training
don't know.
was. I just
I don't
don't
know.
think it's going to be the emotional stuff. I think that's where he's
Yeah.
going to be backwards.
I like
on.
the Catwoman relationship, but I also feel like, man, Batman's his best when he doesn't have any attachment, and I'm sure that what they're looking at is how hot the books are with Catwoman and Batman right now. Is
Yeah.
a huge thing.
Yeah, because they
And
were married.
It always feels like when they make a Batman movie, there's people who like go to the newsstand and pick up
And
whatever
see what's
Batman
hot.
book is on the shelf and see what's going on,
Yep.
and just like we could do that. And
Mhm.
it's kind of like, well, I mean, because I feel like they did that with New 52 a lot when the last decade of movies were coming out, where they were just, oh, let's do it like this, and then not really realizing like, yeah, they have him with Catwoman after 50, 60 years of him being by himself, so now that's something different. You don't have to give him a love interest because he's not supposed to be attached. Like, he's not even really supposed to like really care about even the Robins. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like
every Batman movie they do it though, dog.
For soldiers, like everyone in his life is
Is a
intends
soldier.
to be on his
Mhm.
war. And that's the best Batman to me, and that's what was so exciting about Ben's Batman to me, is that he was past all the bullshit. He was just into like warrior mode and detective, and like seeing that kind of stuff is But we'll see. I don't know about $1 billion though. Like Spidey, I think was an anomaly because that was like an end game of Spider-Man movies. Like they did that was a lot.
Yeah. They don't have him like that, man.
And I don't know. I mean, hopefully it is a huge hit for him. DC has a lot of trouble ever breaking that Billy mark. They usually get close with around 600-700 mil. But when was the last? Which one did? I think Aquaman did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Aquaman made
Aquaman
$1
blew
billion.
away a bill.
Yeah.
Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Which
But
to
it-
me,
I got like
that
a-
movie put me to sleep. So
Do you have like a Hush vibe? Like it's kind of like a Hush story to
Yeah.
me, with the mask and everything, and then Riddler knowing him as a kid. It's like a Hush kind of vibe to me. Is what they went
Yeah.
for.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting because, like I said, I want the film to be successful. I mean, I get everybody's point. I think visually it's going to be astonishing. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be
Yeah.
something that we,
Incredible.
yeah, like it will definitely be here. Real quick, we have $9.99 super chat by Ben Cave. I'm so out on DC. Flash creating a new universe without Batman. Superman is just so disappointing. Keaton playing the
Yes,
beyond
brother.
Bruce
Yes.
role. Thankful for the Batman and what's that? Is that Shazam or no? Zack Snyder's Justice League potential with Discovery.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We don't know yet. That's up in the air. I mean, I would
I
love
hope
that.
so. I hope so.
But
bro.
the thing is, honestly, to be quite honest, I think it sort of feels like Zach is just done. It just feels like
Yeah.
he's just like, you know what? Fuck the
people
DC.
are hanging their hopes on this Discovery thing. I'm telling you, man. It's the Snyder verse. It's done.
It just
It's
feels like
gone.
it is.
And watch this
yeah.
Flash movie is gonna retcon so much that like they can't go back and continue the Snyderverse.
I don't even want to
after
see
this
it, man.
Flash movie. But it's also
gonna probably-
like people think that this Discovery thing is gonna. It's not. Like, I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but it ain't gonna happen. Ben Affleck has flat out said like, I'm done. I don't want to play these big IP roles anymore. And dude turns 50 this year. Okay, all right. They like, as jacked as he is and as good at, like, they're running out of time when he could still play that, and I think you're gonna see a swan song for him in this Flash movie, and that he said it was a good way to wrap up his time with the character, and he's at peace.
So
with
he's dead.
being
That
done
Batman's
with
gonna
it.
die.
He's not. I don't know if he's gonna die. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I think as far as Ben Affleck is concerned, the role is done. Like, and like this. They've proven that they've proven two things. They can't keep any level of consistency in
No.
the DCEU,
No.
and they can't get along with Zack Snyder. So
Yeah.
the Snyderverse, I would love to see a conclusion to it.
Because his
gonna
story
happen.
has the most continuity out of all of them between the characters, man. Like
Yeah,
I
and
hate the
his story
fact
is seriously flawed. It is, but I
it
still
just
enjoyed it. But that
I
we've
don't know,
seen
man.
all we're gonna see of it.
Yeah. We got a $4.99 super chat by Chips Buick. He said, should they do this franchise without Joker or a played down version of him?
They're gonna have Joker.
Yeah, there's not. The thing is, I'm kind of glad that they don't have him in this. I'm hoping that there's none shoehorned in.
No, he'll be at the end.
I want to see something totally different.
Yeah,
I
well, we already know
really
the
do.
actor who's playing.
Yeah,
it.
he's already gonna play. He's gonna play. He's gonna show
It's
his face near
what's
the
his
end.
name
Probably.
that was in the
Kid from
Eternals?
Eternals.
Yeah.
Do we
He's
know
in
that? Do we know that for sure?
Yeah,
It's been like 99%
Yeah.
confirmed.
he's already
Yeah.
talked about it.
It's gonna. I
So-
think it's gonna be like a flash in the pan kind of cameo type thing, and then maybe like a post credits. You know how like they had the Joker
Probably
card at
end
the end of
credit.
Batman Begins that like Gordon hands. It's gonna be something along those lines, but we will see him. But yeah, it's. I mean, that's what they're banking on.
Yeah,
I want
that's
Willem
what
Dafoe
that's-
with Joker so bad, bro. At least one time.
That may take me completely out of this film. Real quick, SJC 360 $4.99 super chat. Jedi Kid, what's the pros and cons of the Jazz Inc. Batmobile? I have a chance to get. Need some insight. Answer anytime. Don't want to ruin the combo.
Talking about this league.
It's
Batmobile
flawlessly
they did,
built,
or you're
man.
talking about the upcoming '66 Batmobile,
Nah, he's
No,
talking
the,
about the
Jet-
one that
the one, the Ben
the
Affleck
Justice
one.
League. Yeah,
Mhm.
the Justice
the
Mobile.
Justice League one, the one that
Jazz-
he put out like a year or so ago.
Yeah, Jazz Inc. did a wonderful job, man, on that Batmobile, bro. The lights inside, the whole cabin light up, the front lights light up, doors
Yeah.
open. It fits the 1/6 scales perfectly in there. Jazz Inc. is the man. If any of your
It's a
parts get damaged, all you do is email him and he'll
Yost
sing you the
is
part.
great.
Yeah,
Yost is great. It's an amazing piece. If you have the money if you have the disposable income to spend on it,
You
and
still
you're
pay.
a
You can do
fan,
paying plans too.
then you're gonna be happy with it.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you could
Yeah.
pay over the year and get it and everything, man. It was only this one only had. I think he made like what 200 of them or something like that. Or
Yeah.
two.
There a
something.
handful of people did reviews online, so you can go on YouTube and I think
YouTube
Justin
and find
did
it.
one,
Yeah.
and a handful of other people got them.
Yeah.
So you can definitely find some reviews, but the bottom line is he does amazing. There you go. See, Justin.
There go
knows.
Justin. Justin said, it's
The weight.
badass. Only
Yeah, it's
downside is
heavy.
the weight. It's
Justin, yeah,
extremely.
Justin,
Yeah, you're not putting that
Heavy.
on a top shelf. Like,
Hey,
you gotta-
No,
hey,
hell
Justin.
no.
Justin, why don't I send you a link so you can explain it to him? Come on, man. You
Come
want
on,
to jump
Justin.
in?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
Join
Justin. You
join
want to
the
jump
party.
in?
Come on in. Come on in.
Justin, jump on
We
in,
know
bro.
Justin's
What
got
you
some-
doing? What you doing,
know he's got
Justin?
Justin
some
was the one that
feelings
got
on
me
the
on to get
DCEU.
mine.
Justin, you want to jump in? Yay or nay, brother? You want to jump
Come
in,
on.
Justin? What's up, bro? Come on, you know you want to jump in.
Come
You
on,
watch
Justin
it,
was
buddy.
the
bro.
one that got me to
We
put
need,
a trigger
we
on
need,
mine.
you
bro.
can jump in, explain it, show it, and then we can be out. Come on,
Or look
Justin.
him
What's
up
up,
on
man?
YouTube. You can find us YouTube.
Yeah,
He
you can
did a
look. You
whole
can even
video
actually
about
look
it.
up Justin's video on YouTube. you
But
know.
he can also come in and tell you about it a little.
Yeah,
bit.
he can
Give
also
you a
Come
jump
on
in and tell
Justin.
you about
Stop
it.
playing games. Come on in. He
Okay.
made me pull the trigger.
He
There
said-
you go.
He
there you
said,
go.
"Sure thing. Let me just send him the link, and we'll basically get Justin
Yep.
to come on in.
Give
Yeah,
Justin time to
Yeah.
throw on some clothes. He's probably sitting there like, oh,
Mhm.
shit, get dressed.
But
Tank
if you
top and
have the
shorts.
disposable income, look, I
Yeah.
mean, Yost at Jazz Inc. does impeccable work. You will never be disappointed by something
Never.
you get from him.
Never.
So it's just a matter of if you have the love for the piece. Like
Mm-hmm.
for the IP, for the character, like the, when he did the Vulture, the Batmobile. If you love it,
The Falcon
you're not gonna
cockpit.
get if you love it, you're not gonna get a better representation
Nah.
of it than what Yost will do for you. So
No.
like, no question about the quality of his craftsmanship.
It's
Absolutely.
like Hot Toys was
Yeah,
going to do it,
definitely.
and they didn't pull the trigger. They
also,
had it,
dude
and they
is
didn't.
just
They
so
pulled it back.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool as hell.
Like
Yeah,
join the Jazz Inc. like Facebook group and
Mm-hmm.
you can communicate direct. Good dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's money well spent. Assuming like you've got the disposable income, because again, it's not cheap,
Mm-hmm.
but you're getting what you pay for, and what you pay for is pretty
Like
amazing.
$1,200.
Yeah, definitely. You want to Justin to be in about 5 minutes, so just give him time.
Yeah. No
We'll get
doubt.
him to basically show
And
y'all.
you-
So go ahead. What were you
Jedi
gonna
Kid,
say?
you said it's like $1,200. When you think about it, like guys, what's the Hot Toys DeLorean on this aftermarket going for right now? Like $2,000,
$2,000,
and you can get the Batmobile, the
for 1,200.
Justice Mobile for 1,200. Man,
And mine
that's
has
a
the
freaking
guns.
deal.
You can put the guns on there and put that thing is awesome, man.
And
I
you
love
can
that
literally,
thing.
if you have a Batfleck, you can put him in
Dude, he
man,
fits in
and then
there
you can put
perfectly.
Superman on top of it. Like,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
pretty
Yep.
badass, dude.
Yep, I
Yeah.
posted it online. I think I posted it on like a YouTube. I did a little YouTube about it. But
Now
that,
let me
that,
ask you a question, bro. With the vehicle itself, so it does have the detachable hood, right? Like, so you can take
yeah,
that
the hood
off.
comes off, you light it up, and the whole cockpit lights up
Okay.
on the inside. And then both the doors open up like butterfly wings or whatever.
Yeah.
You can take the whole thing off to sit the figures in. It has a roll bar on the inside of it. That thing is
Yeah.
the steering wheel is all detailed out. The only thing is they don't have like a real axle, so the wheels go either way. But I'm gonna install one. Probably when I get a little time, I'm gonna put one in. But
SJC
wheelbase
360, I just want to thank you for asking that question because
Yeah.
it's DC related and you put a smile on Jedi Kid's face for a minute there.
yeah, definitely. That's the only thing I was smiling about
Thank you
tonight.
for
Other
that.
than
Thank you.
Shazam.
SJC. Thank you for that. So, but with that being said, you have both Ben Affleck and the Henry Cavill suit, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, bro, it would be so dope to have that standing pose of Ben inside the cockpit while Soup standing on the outside, bro.
I got
that
it.
shit.
I did it.
You did it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
It's on my
awesome. That's
Instagram,
so
and
cool.
I did a little YouTube video, just some music, but I did it.
Yeah.
It's on it.
Yeah, because
Bro, you can do it easy with that thing too, dog.
see that's one of the
It's a
reasons why
centerpiece. It's a
I
collection
can't
centerpiece.
wait. I can't
It's in the
wait
middle
to
of the
get.
man cave.
Yeah, that's why I can't wait to get the tumbler. I wanted to get the tumbler and use that version of Christian Bale's bat, and I'm waiting. I'm hoping that they actually re-release the DX Joker. It's going to happen. It's just
Oh
a
yeah,
matter of time.
definitely, it's gonna happen. See,
Yeah,
I
it's-
didn't go with the tumbler just because like space concerns, but I am
Yeah.
picking up the Bat Pod.
Yeah. That's
Oh, the
And
tumbler,
actually-
bro. I got like one more payment or two.
You know, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a cue from Jeddah, and I'm gonna put her on the tumbler.
Yo,
Not
I
on the tumbler,
cannot
on
wait
the-
for
on the
that,
Bat
bro.
Pod.
I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm
getting
gonna put
Venom
her on the
Friday.
Bat Pod.
Friday, it'll be here
Bro.
Friday.
Ask Lael. He's a Venom dude.
She's right there. I just have you. Oh, you didn't.
No,
get
he said
Venom
he's
yet?
getting Venom. He said he's
No,
getting
Venom
Venom.
coming Friday. Finally,
Venom's
finally.
right here.
They're releasing it to me.
Yeah,
Dude,
Venom's right
how
here.
is it?
All right,
I got the exclusive version.
I
Jedi-
explain it. I explain it to you in a minute. But real quick
This is
though,
what
because I
you
want to
need.
kind of stay on track with this before Justin
Oh,
jumps
that's
in.
dope. Oh,
There's
that's
another
sick.
film that I want to actually bring
That's
up real
sick.
quick while we actually talk about while we wait for Justin, because like I said, it's important that we kind of stay on schedule here.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Again, this one is next, and this is what we're calling. This is
I'm
Black
excited
Adam.
for this.
So you're excited for this one?
This one, I'm good.
You're
good.
good with this one?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. With the amount of work that we say Dwayne has actually put in, Rock is really a fan of this particular character. He's a fan of the IP. He's already talked about it. He wants to see its success.
He's also a fan of Superman. Cavill
He's also
Superman.
he's super fit because they basically have the same agent.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you a question here. Do you think we could see a last hurrah Cavill in this film?
I think so.
You think so? Why?
I think so. He wants it. He's teased it for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He wants it. Him and Cavill are tight. I mean, for him not, and then they already teased Superman is in that Shazam universe at the end of Shazam. That isn't so Cavill because he was doing The Witcher at the time.
Yeah.
But I really think that The Rock, this is The Rock. This guy almost owns Hollywood. So if he wants something, he can get it. I really think that they're gonna surprise the fan, do some kind of fan service for the fans at some point with one of these movies with Cavill. They have to, bro. Cause that's Superman for the ages right now. I don't
Yeah.
care. Christopher Lee, I love him. Grew up with him. My first Superman as a kid. My first figure was oh my god, as a kid was Superman, just Super Friends, whatever. Bro, they have to have Cavill. Cavill is this century's Superman. I don't care what nobody
I think they're
says.
gonna do what they did in Shazam. I think you're
Cut
gonna
his
see
face
like
off,
a body
the back
and
of
the
his head or
logo.
something.
It's not Cavill, man. Honestly, I think they've blown that up, and he's done. I don't think we're getting, and especially.
But they still have him under contract for another year or two before he gets out of the WB. So why just sitting around just wasting money on him? Like, I don't understand. That's why I'm saying, bro, WB is like putting a square peg in a round hole. I don't understand.
I was thinking literally the exact same metaphor, like the square peg in the round hole.
Dude.
I'm telling you,
top-notch actors, and you just waste them. I don't get it, bro. I'm looking forward to this one and Batman. That Flash thing is just. I don't want to see that garbage at all. Like, I'm not even going to go see it. I don't want to see it.
Here's the thing, like with what you're saying too. It's like, this has been a labor of love for
years.
For Dwayne Johnson. I think it's like 8 years now that he's been
8
working
years,
on getting this movie,
almost 10,
right?
8 years.
Yeah. And here's the thing: I think he put blood, sweat, and tears into this film, and I think it's going to reflect that. And I have high hopes for this film. What I don't have high hopes for is they're talking about how like Ezra Miller and the director and writer, I can't remember who's directing that Flash movie, but like that it's a labor of love for them, and they have this story that they want to tell. But here's the thing. They're trying to serve two masters because you're saying, oh, we've got this amazing Flash story that we've been dying to tell and we really want to tell it. But you're not really telling just the Flash story that you want, because you're also having this film used as a vehicle to retcon and cover up mistakes that Warner Brothers and the DCEU has made in the last decade, right? In the last half decade or so. Right. So that and the whole like exactly how it kind of resets or reboots the DC universe and everything like that. That's my concern there, is that with this, I think we're going to get something that's more akin to what Dwayne Johnson was really trying to go for. Yeah. But the Flash itself, I think more than just being a labor of love for Ezra Miller and the writer-director and making a story that's going to be badass for the Flash, it seems like it's more going to be used as a vehicle to retcon all the fuck-ups.
It's
and
like
then
a personal vendetta.
Direct where they're going in the future with all of the DC franchises. And that makes me nervous, because I think it's going to be a Band-Aid on a bullet wound when it comes to the Flash movie. There's stuff in it I'm excited about.
Real quick,
but it's like a personal vendetta against Snyder.
What am I talking about?
That's what I think.
Real
it's
quick,
not fan service at all.
Feige to Marvel, Filoni to Favreau to Star Wars. Greg Berlanti is the closest. Seasons of his shows are good too. Okay. No one at the WB really understands DC. Just year one hero stuff. Do better. That's a good.
Absolutely.
A good point.
They don't have a
Feige,
and Greg Berlanti running the TV side of things. He's the only person they've had.
That's the good point.
WB, you have all this material and don't know how to use it.
Welcome, Justin. Good old Justin.
What's up, man?
Welcome you to the fray, bro. Thank you for basically being here. We are so excited to have you here. We had a because we'll get back to this discussion real quick. We had SJC, I think, was the one who asked about the
Batmobile.
The Batmobile from Jazz Inc. You have it, Jedi Kid has it. What's your impression of it, bro?
It's awesome. It's really good.
One word.
But it is really heavy.
Yeah.
So heavy. I've got a recurring back injury. It was a bulging disc that I had a while ago. It is so heavy that when I was bending down to lift it to review it, I inflamed my bulging disc again. So I had to take the next week off.
Ooh.
You got to bend the knees, boy, when you're moving that back.
I know. I was told by the physio. But it is awesome. The only issue that I have with vehicles, like, as a whole, is that for the space of one vehicle, you can fit like 10 to 15 figures. So it has to be your favorite vehicle of all time to devote that amount of space to it. That's just my 2 cents.
Nah, that it's interesting you say that, especially considering the simple fact that I had that tumbler in a couple years, about a year or so. So that's going to be interesting as far as spacing. Even actually having a module case, that's a whole totally different discussion. But
It
yeah,
really is a commitment. Yeah.
yeah, SAC. Let us know, man. Like, how you feel when you said you have a chance of getting it. How you pulled that off? That's incredible. Because I looked at it, I was like, damn, like them things were going like hotcakes, and it was done. It was done. Like,
once he announced it, bro, it was over. I saw Justin's video on it. I was like, who the hell is making that? And then I went and find him on Facebook. I'm like, oh God, he's nice as hell, first of all.
Oh yeah,
and
so nice.
The way he set me up, oh well, you're in that last batch. I was like, yes, because he only made like, what do you mean, like 250 or it's 300 or something like that.
Limited.
And if I remember correctly, it was unlicensed at the time that you got your hands on the first one and did your first video, and then they ended up getting the license after that.
Justin's
after
was,
kind of kerfuffle, but like
so
it was just like
I reviewed it unlicensed, and then Warner Brothers legal team contacted me and told me I need to take it down. I
remember you said that. Yep.
Yeah, I could have not, and I think I still would have been fine. Just as an FYI for content creators, if this ever happens to you, you are probably going to be fine as long as you didn't make the thing. Yeah. Because the copyright on YouTube pertains to the footage itself. So if I show an episode of Arrow on my channel, DC and Warner Brothers owns that episode of Arrow. They own that footage. So, of course, take it down.
Right.
But you can't own someone's review. It's like how Top Gear reviews a fake Lamborghini. Lamborghini can't get that episode of Top Gear taken down just because they reviewed it. They would go after the car itself. But I didn't want to run the risk. So I just took it, like, even if there was a 0.1% chance of their copyright claim working, it would have meant I couldn't post for 7 days. So I didn't want to take that chance and fight against it. And I will do another review, though, at some point. It's still in my storage unit. I need to bring it out and review it properly again.
It's an amazing journey how it's gone, though. Like the fact that it was unlicensed when you did your first video, all the legal issues then, but then they recognize, wow, this guy is doing phenomenal work.
His work is amazing.
Work out a license, and now you look at all the stuff that Yost has put out since then.
Yeah.
And we got the 66 Batmobile.
Batman, that's coming. That's coming.
And it's those are amazing collectibles.
He's doing the Batman Forever Batmobile too.
Yeah.
Yes, and hopefully the Arkham one isn't too far behind. And I think he's teased the Batmobile as well, like the muscle car.
Yeah.
I think he teased that.
He teased that, and he's doing the Michael Keaton Batwing.
Ooh, yeah.
That thing looks
humongous.
Oh my god,
dude! If he did
no
the
way
Batwing,
you could display that.
I might have to get that and hang it from my ceiling.
Dude, yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it.
If it's heavy like this, there's no way.
Really? Yeah,
that is my only.
Some crazy wiring for that, man.
It's my only issue. I'm hoping
I'd pad my floor just in case.
You need to pad everything, Brendan.
Pad
everything,
dude. Just the Batwing
pillows everywhere.
From what he's been putting up on his Facebook page, it's humongous, bro. Like it's. I think that was going for what? That's 1,700. I think it is, or 18. I think he had it for.
It needs to be light, though. If you're doing something that big, the hallmark of great engineering is making it as light as possible.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that they do it differently to how they did the Justice Mobile. I love it. It's awesome.
I already have a bad back, so
far too heavy. Yeah, there you go. You know what? You don't want to be breaking that back trying to lift that Batwing. Come on.
And Lael, you've got the tumbler coming, but so you didn't do the Batmobile through Yoast, but you did the Ray Speeder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lael the Speeder, I think.
Which won't arrive. I think I won't actually see it until March. From what his updates are saying, it won't be here until March.
He's busy, bro.
Yeah, they got so much going on. So first batch won't be until around March for that piece. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Hey, at least if the DC films let us down, we still hopefully get some good DC collectibles.
Yeah, I want that Batmobile. I want that Batmobile, bro, from this new one.
Have you guys spoken about Aquaman yet? I had an arrival yesterday that I am very excited to review.
We have not talked about it.
We haven't talked about it yet. We'll get to that in just... Oh, what you got a rival for, bro?
What is that? Oh snap!
Orm,
Ocean
is
Master.
that?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
He's actually really good. Okay. Let's.
Oh, you
have
gotta
this.
show that one.
So you have to put the armor on, like the gauntlets and everything. But
Oh.
and then you've got the helmet. It's a slide on the helmet type of deal.
He looks huge. That's awesome.
He's a beefy boy. So you got to put there's armor to put obviously on his shins. You got to put the armor and stuff on. It comes with the trident and the cape. Yeah, this is going to look awesome next to the gold Aquaman. I think.
Wow.
That's sick.
And the head sculpt, honestly, is not that bad.
No, it looks like
that's
him.
not.
It looks like
And
him.
you want the helmet, the mask,
wet
on
hair.
anyway,
100%.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That looks good. And to be honest, I didn't even like the movie. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I was.
You don't
not,
like nothing,
I,
DC.
I literally dozed off in the theaters, and then I had to watch it
I
again
loved
when I
it.
was at home. And
I love
Oh,
that.
man.
Finally, a home
Yeah,
run
this
for
is
DC.
awesome.
Yep.
So
that's awesome, though.
That's sick.
finally,
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a Black Manta from this same company. If Art Figures, I think it's Art Figures. Yes, it is. Want to make a
Art
Black
Figures?
Manta? I will be all for it.
Yeah.
Should've
I'll
got
get
one
that.
from-
We should have had him from Sideshow
No, Hot Toys, but
or Hot Toys. Yeah, that's
I don't
freaking
know, man.
awesome.
Yeah,
man.
definitely. So what we're gonna do real quick is then I'm gonna go back to you, Justin, in a minute.
Yes,
But
sir.
Vinny, I want to get your thoughts because we started with we were talking about Black
Shazam.
Adam. This is
I mean, Black
basically
Adam,
what
wow.
we're on right now is Black Adam. I wanted to get your thoughts in first off, Vinny, because like I said, I mean, again, you haven't seen the trailer, so we're straying away from trailer footage, stuff like that. But my question to you is it something that you're anticipating, or how do you feel about this piece, bro?
Super low expectations, but very hopeful to be proved wrong, because it's a really weird spot, this film, because I don't like Dwayne Johnson films. I feel like I've seen every one of them, and I've seen one, because that's pretty much, you've seen one, you've seen them all. And there's a lot of actors like that, and that's that's not a Dwayne Johnson thing. There's a lot of actors where you've seen one of their films, you've seen them all, but usually it's like, well, if you like that actor, then that's a good thing. And if you see a Keanu Reeves movie, you're gonna see Keanu Reeves doing his shit in all of his movies. But if you don't like the actor, then you're probably not gonna like the majority of their films, if most of their movies are very similar. I know how much he cares about this, and I really feel like he's not going to go into it as The Rock, as Black Adam. However, he hasn't tried that in too many films. So just because he wants it to be a hit and be different than the eyebrow and the catchphrases, I'm not sure him trying to do something different is going to come across. I loved Faster. That was one of the films that was a good example of the potential.
It was a great movie.
I mean, Faster is the one shining light in his filmography that's like, okay, this has a chance, because he was so badass in that, and he wasn't trying to be funny, or he wasn't trying to be cool. He was just badass in it, and that's what I need to see in this. I need to see him just fucking people up and not trying to be cute about it. And I don't know if we're gonna get that. If we do get that, we're in for a treat, because Black Adam is one of the best untapped wells in DC. Many people, even in the fandom, I think there's a lot of DC fans who don't really have a healthy respect for how great of a character Black Adam is, and in the same respect as how great of a hero Captain Marvel's Shazam is. And I feel like it was an amazing sleeper hit that they had a few years ago with Shazam, and it made me really excited for the lightheartedness and innocence of that first movie having the potential to build up a couple films where he gets matured and well-natured to his powers, and then whatever growth and feats he managed gets squashed by a fucking badass Black Adam showing him how little he knows. So I really like the idea and potential of them dropping Black Adam and having him just be a fucking problem, and then setting up, you know, a Shazam 3 confrontation. You know what I mean? Definitely not 2. He's still not ready, but Shazam 3. But this is a lot of what ifs, coulda, shoulda, wouldas with Warner Brothers knowing how to handle this character and how to handle, you know, Shazam. And that's a lot of fucking, like, if it was Marvel, I'd be just sitting back and be like, all right, they got it. But with DC,
Right.
I'm nervous. And with Warner Brothers, I'm always nervous. And I'm always just like, here's potential here. But unless it's like a no-brainer with Warner Brothers, you always worry, all right, you're waiting for them to fuck up and hoping that they don't, instead of waiting for it to be awesome and hoping that it's not an anomaly where they fuck it up. Black Adam is
They have no clue.
Black Adam is such an awesome character that I'm hoping that it's one of the. Here's what I'm hopeful for. I'm hoping that Black Adam is their kind of like Deadpool in a way, and I hate that comparison. Not about the humor, but a character that Warner Brothers maybe doesn't have a lot of faith in, but they have a star who's willing this film through. Kind of like how Ryan Reynolds kind of like took Fox by the fucking ear and said, like, let's fucking do this, and like kind of made them do it. And even though they didn't really know what they had, they didn't know what the fuck Deadpool was. Like, Fox didn't fucking know, and I don't think Warner Brothers really knows what the fuck Black Adam is. But I think that Rock has enough star power to kind of force their hand. And they know that even if they don't know what it is, a Rock movie is guaranteed hundreds of millions of dollars just from his face on a poster. That's all you have to do with The Rock. Like Jedi Kiss, he owns Hollywood right now. So
and we all remember his amazing turn as the Tooth Fairy. So.
Exactly. I mean,
oh my god.
But that's the power of The Rock. He was like Schwarzenegger in the 90s, where he could do a movie like Twins or fucking Junior, and then do another Terminator and
blow it away.
You know what I mean? So he can do whatever he wants to do. He can get anything he wants to get greenlit. And I'm amazed it took him 10 years, 15 years. He's been talking about this. I'm amazed it took him so long to do it. But I don't think he talks about this movie for the past decade without having a good take on it and what he wants to do.
And a good story behind him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to tackle this like as another cute, wholesome family. I think he wants this to be something that breaks him out of that mode, because he has all those movies in his fucking jacket. So this is something different that he can, spread his wings on and make a whole nother, groove into the market that he hasn't touched yet, with kind of the 25 to 35, 40 demographic that thinks he's too kiddie and wants to see a more of a badass role. You know what I mean? Maybe people who grew up as a wrestler.
I think he's looking at this as a career-defining film.
It's something that's different.
It has to be.
I think he wants to do something that is different than the family films that he's made. It's kind of like, I think he wants to shift and do something a little bit edgier, because he hasn't done anything edgy in a long time. And I think he feels, the fast films and the Jumanji flicks and all that shit is like, that's a lane. This is a totally different lane that I think that he's looking forward to, making this market. I hope that he does, because it all kind of hangs on his balance. If it's goofy, it doesn't matter how amazing the movie is. It's all up to how he takes on this role, because it all, So I hope it's great. You and I both know how amazing fucking Black Adam is. I mean,
he is.
He's awesome.
Well, I mean, definitely, like I said, I have hopes for it. I mean, the thing is, I try to go in as optimistic as I possibly can. Justin, I'm gonna leave this question for you. This is basically from Ashley Chase. She's like, could you see a Hot Toys do a Black Adam figure? So I guess she said, can you see Hot Toys do a Black Adam figure?
That's a no-brainer, right?
It's
The Rock.
I don't know. I mean,
The Rock.
I hope so. I know it's The Rock, but when it comes to DC, it's very, even if you have a massive hit like Joker, $1 billion plus movie, you can't even say for sure that you're going to get anything.
Good point.
I mean, we're still waiting on a bulk of the No Way Home stuff. We're still waiting on Hawkeye. It seems like they're playing catch up with a lot of stuff already. If we do see a Black Adam figure, I think it would be quite a while after the film. They're going to want to wait and see. They're going to wait for the reception. They did announce that they have the license, so they picked up the license for. Someone mentioned it in the comments as well. The Flash, the Batman, and Black Adam.
That's going to be a whole new body. That's gonna be a
Yes.
whole new body.
Yeah.
Rock
Black
literally
Adam's
had
body.
them rip out the padding, the muscle padding from the suit because he's like, no, that's bullshit. I don't need that. And then just like he just put it back on with like no padding whatsoever, and he was like, that's
There's
real.
no padding. That's all rock.
They'll probably put a Dwayne Johnson scope on the Venom body and just call it a day.
Oh, they could.
They did make a The Rock figure previously from G.I. Joe. They made Roadblock, which is
they did.
him. So they already have that big.
Yeah, he's way bigger now though.
Yeah,
he did all the steroids. He's way bigger.
He's huge, man.
He won working out. He won.
Yeah, this dude's huge, bro.
Yeah.
He's nailed it. So they have made a Rock figure before. So I guess that's a good sign if they've already done something with his likeness before. It's not like the Eternals where there's a whole cast of new characters and they haven't made any of those people before. We got the one that they had, which is Angelina Jolie. We'd seen her before. So that's another thing that could potentially mean they are going to make him. I hope that they do.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah. I the thing is, it's hard to say because you're right. I mean, Hot Toys still hasn't made the Joker yet. You know, from $1 billion frame, like $1 billion film, and it basically won an Academy Award, and they didn't seize the opportunity to make that, which was completely stupid. We still haven't gotten the Harley from Suicide Squad, huh?
Do the actors have?
Well, they do as far as the likeness is concerned. Licensing for the likeness.
They can say yay or nay for the likeness. Yeah.
I didn't know if an actor can hold up production of something by saying they want part of it.
That's not why they haven't though. In this case,
No,
and then look at Aquaman. That movie crossed $1 billion, and we got Jason Momoa from that, but that's it.
Yeah.
No Ocean Master.
And we got Prime One made Joaquin. Queen Studios made Joaquin. I'm pretty
all the
sure.
statue companies.
Yeah, I have it. Aftermarket.
Yes,
I got them on the shelf, but it's like it's not Hot Toys.
And
It
how many
sucks.
third-party Joaquin Jokers
Like
do you have,
55.
Justin? Like 12? It's all the third parties made them, and Hot Toys just slept on it. It's like
that's stupid,
I guess
bro.
that bodes well for this. If they don't, make him, we've got Toys Era making Nightmare Flash with a 70% die-cast suit, which I never thought I would see. We've got them making Darkseid. They're making Martian Manhunter. They just made that Joker, which you pulled out earlier, Brendan. So they clearly are showing the DC all the love. So Toys as well. If Hot Toys don't, somebody
will do it. So definitely do it.
Somebody will come in and just scoop it up, and they'll do it, especially if it's a third party. So you already know what time it is.
The thing with that makes me hopeful for it too is that here's the thing: we're all hoping that this movie is good, but it could suck. We don't know. We don't know much about what the take is going to be on this. Right now, we're all kind of in the trust in The Rock and his passion for this project mode, which doesn't make you like super confident, right? But at the same time, he is the biggest draw in Hollywood right now, the highest paid actor in Hollywood, which means even if this movie sucks, it's gonna make a lot of money. Yeah. And Warner Brothers, if it makes a lot of money, it doesn't matter if it sucks. They will be like, okay, well, we're going to either make a sequel or bring this character back. And the more times we see the character present in what DC is trying to build, whatever the hell that ends up being, the more times we see him and the more times we see the actor, I think the more likely it is that official companies, statues, and Hot Toys are going to make this character into collectibles for us. So at least that kind of, I feel like, bodes well for us. I mean, can you imagine like a 1/3 scale Prime 1 Black Adam? Like
that'd be ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous.
That is that immediately.
Crazy.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
To go with my boy here.
Where you at? Oh, yeah. That'll look good in there with that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Oh, man. SJC very generous with the super chats tonight.
Yeah, he said Hot Toys will sell us a 1/6 scale Academy Award trophy called Joker before any new DC figures. That's crazy.
It's funny because it's probably true.
They will.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, again, it's up in the air. I learned not to really question it. If we see it, we see it. We don't. It's just, whatever they do. So whatever.
Lael, how do you? Sorry, I just want to ask you. How do you feel about Pierce Brosnan in this movie, though?
Oh, I love it.
Ooh,
I think that
he's
was
gonna
actually
be
really good
fantastic.
casting.
I love it. I love it mainly because, like I
Dr.
said, he's
Fate.
a seasoned actor. He's a seasoned vet. On top of that, he brings a certain characteristic to the character. Now, here's the thing, though. With Dr. Fate, it's tough because I would want it. The thing is, there's so many different iterations of Fate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That I would want to see.
Zatara.
I would, if they're okay. So basically, they're them bringing Pierce Brosnan in. If they're bringing him in, I would like them to tell the story of how he became, how it got to him. You know, how he basically picked up the mantle of Fate, and how many others came before him. If they can basically build it up to that point,
That'd be
just
awesome.
a quick flash. It doesn't have to be
Something.
whatever, but just build it up because the thing is, Fate. Like we're talking about God level type Fate. You know what I mean? Like Fate is not just a bullshit ass character that you throw in there.
No
You know what I
boo,
mean?
no boo.
So let me ask you this question then, because that makes me curious. We've seen like superhero films where it's very surface level, right? Very just kind of like, you know, all right, we're going to do just like a super kind of like quick origin story. And then it's just a shoot 'em up, blow 'em up action kind of thing.
I hate that shit.
And then we've seen stuff where they delve more into trying to, you know, world build it and fleshing out the lore around a character. Lael, I mean, everybody too. Do you think that this is going to be kind of that inch deep and mile wide type of story in this version of Black Adam, in this movie? Or do you think we're going to get some meat on the bone, like we're going to get some of the actual lore of Black Adam, and they're not just going to rush into, well, let's just bring him out and then start blowing shit up?
You talking
I
about
think they're going to have
WB?
to. I think they're going to have to. I think that basically, I mean, and I think here's the thing. We're talking about The Rock here also, and we're talking about the simple fact that there's a lot he knows that's riding on his film. He even said it, you know, during the whole, I think it was like the DC presentation that they actually had, the fandom.
Fandom.
And he was talking about how, you know, he knows that the you know, fans are expecting a good film. He put his heart and soul into this to give everybody a great film. So I think that, you know, he wants something meaty. He himself doesn't want to be listed as a one-dimensional character.
Yeah.
He wants to basically come in and do something totally different. And I think he'll put his heart and soul in trying to basically flesh that out and give us that on screen. I think that with this film, because like I said, with the cast that they actually have, which I'm not going to spoil anything else because I know somebody put out there, Vinny, I'm not going to spoil it out who else is in it. So I'm just going to let it go. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry we did. But
I was going to say something.
We're not going to.
It's so good. I forgot about Dr. Fate. That's another thing too. It's like, why even cast an actor for that? Just get some stunt guy. Just keep the fucking helmet on the whole time. It's Dr. Fate.
It just that's just Dr. Fate. That's what I'm saying.
Bob Dylan, don't you put that bad juju out there?
For as long as I remember, I don't think I've ever even seen Dr. Fate in the comics without his fucking helmet on. So why would he be in the movie without his helmet on?
Yeah, I mean he's been in the comics without it, but it's always been a backstory because of
it.
That's
when he's not fake though. When the helmet's off, he's not
fake. I get
it.
that they're gonna show how he got it.
But so it's gonna be interesting to see because like I said,
do you see Bob Dylan?
I saw it. He's going to actually have. Here's the thing with Fate. There's so much depth to his character. There's so much depth when it comes to his lore, his story, and also his influence on the DCEU in general, or the DC universe in general. You know what I mean? Especially with the characters he's come in contact with. I mean, he's carried, like, literally, pun intended, the fate of the world on his shoulders at one point. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, and certain choices that had to be made. So what I'm hoping is that the portrayal of this character will show that weathered, seasoned, he's gone through so much that he's tormented as the character. You know what I mean? I do want to see that.
The magic users, the big supernatural guys in DC, don't quite.
Zatara's been.
They don't get the same shine as they do in Marvel, but like Spectre and Dr. Fate are so under.
And the scary part too is that those types of characters, and when you get really good seasoned actors, a lot of times Warner Brothers tends to piss away those opportunities. They underutilize a really good actor in a really meaty role by trivializing it and to try and make a big blockbuster instead of a deep film.
Because they're not as popular. The Dr. Fates and the Spectres aren't even in the comics, I feel like sometimes they're the backbone to a big, crisis or big event, but there's not like a hit Spectre, there's not a hit Dr. Fate comic. Like you can't count on sales of a Dr. Fate comic like Batman, whereas in Marvel, their Doctor Stranges and stuff like that have carried solo titles and get more respect from from the general public. Whereas with DC's guys, you got to do more homework.
It's because DC right now is writing trash, man. They are.
What do y'all say? Like another Batman, another Superman. It's like they only know the top 3, 4.
But
everything else is like,
and they got to take a page out of Marvel's book and look at like 2012 Hawkeye in the Avengers, and then they were like, we're gonna put some effort into this book and build up this character because we want him to be something in the MCU. And that Matt Fraction run ends up being a massively popular run that wins awards and then gives us the fucking Hawkeye Disney Plus TV show. Right, so if Disney Plus did that same thing, and maybe if DC and Warner Brothers, and maybe so far the Peacemaker show is getting pretty good buzz.
DC does that. It's like DC does that a little bit, and then they second guess themselves. Like they try to do Swamp Thing, and then they're like, wait, maybe we should.
Swamp Thing was flawless,
season, and that's a perfect example of the typically popular character that they put a little bit of faith in and then just like pulled the carpet out from underneath it. And like that's what Marvel does. They pick niche characters that are really strong characters that are cult hits, and that if you just give a little bit of attention to, you could have more stars than just your Batman and Superman if you invest in them.
So here I want to say something. I want to say something real quick, and this is probably going to be unpopular, but I'm saying this for a particular reason because I had to think about this even over the weekend, even when I was thinking about today's show, because I knew that it was going to come up that, we're judging the foreseeable or what we want to see from DC off of what we see from Marvel and their successes. In my personal opinion, I don't want them to take a page from Marvel. I don't. And the reason, and I'm going to say this for a specific reason, because the thing is, all I want them to do, literally, is have faith in the IP in general. Have faith in the material that has been provided.
But they don't. That's their problem.
Wait. But here's the thing, though. Here's where you got to separate everything, Jedi Kid, though. We're talking about the cinematic universe versus the comics. The cinematic universe is separating themselves completely, in a sense, from the comics. We've already seen that. They're trying to give us an entirely different iteration, and they're trying to please the audience. But give me a second here. What I'm saying is, yes, the source material is basically there. I don't want for them to basically mimic and go back and take a book from Marvel's cover. They would have to actually scrap and go back to the very beginning, which right now it's too late. It's too late for them to do what they're doing right now. It's too late. What I want them to do is have confidence in the IP. Maybe go back and say, you know what? We need to start telling good, cohesive stories. Period. That's it. Just tell a decent story. Now, I don't want them, and they don't even have to, because Marvel doesn't do it. Marvel doesn't basically, they might give us little tropes and little glimpses of what's in the books, but they'll make a totally different story or a different iteration, basing it on a concept, but they don't do the same thing. So that's what I want from DC, is to have the confidence in it, have the confidence in the characters, use that to your advantage, and write a dope-ass story. Because I don't want to see Marvel in DC. I don't. I want to see DC in DC. That's what I want.
I agree.
But they don't even know how to do that. They can't even do that.
When I say I want Marvel, like I want DC to take like some cues from Marvel, I don't mean in terms of like the actual, like I'm more talking about give the characters some room to breathe, rather than just trying to rush into certain things too fast.
And that's what I mean by having
some kind of fan service.
And have somebody who understands the source material the way Kevin Feige understands Marvel's source material as the shepherd. That doesn't mean they have to follow the exact formula that Marvel has followed, but have somebody who understands the IP, who understands the source material, and then just give characters the room to breathe, rather than being like, Let's try this. Shit, that didn't work. Let's reboot this. Shit, that didn't work. Let's try like that.
it.
But see,
it feels
here's the problem,
frenzied.
though. We would have thought that they had that. We thought that they had that with Jeff Johns, but they threw dollar signs at him, and he just completely fucking forgot who
Jeff
he
Johns-
was.
They fired
shit the
Jeff
bed.
Johns, bro.
He shit the bed.
Like literally, you would have thought, but they just said, you know what? Nah. They threw them dollars at him. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to become a DC shield or DCEU shield and just be like, fuck it, we're just going to go this route.
It.
But
Justin,
I don't
hey
understand
Justin, this
Yes,
sounds
sir.
familiar,
Yes,
right?
sir.
This sounds familiar, right?
Oh yes.
As soon as he said that, I was like, Justin's ears perk up.
Right?
Justin's ears perk up.
Dude.
But this is what I'm saying, right? So, yo, I mean, all I'm saying is, listen, I just want them to write a good story, have faith in the characters that you have, let them flesh them out, let them breathe, and say, you know
Right.
what, Marvel did what they did. Let's start fresh from right here. Now, I agree. I don't like the simple fact that okay, they're taking Cavill from us. They're taking Ben from us, or possibly Cavill. We don't necessarily know.
We don't know yet with Cavill, yeah. But Ben is gone.
But with Ben, you know, but he particularly said that he for once loves the send off. You know, he loves the send off and how it was basically done.
But he loves the Batman character too, though.
Okay,
He
so
said
that- and
this Flash movie was the most fun he's had with the character.
that he's had in a while, and he was talking about how him and Michael Keaton felt the same way about it. So it's possible that this could be pretty dope. But and I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. But all I'm saying is, look, character is one thing. Yeah, we can see powers and punches. We can see a spectacle of a movie. But write me a dope ass story and stick behind that story and have faith in your characters to do what they do. Don't give a fuck. What Marvel's doing is a success story for them. DC, you can create your own success if you believe in what you are basically doing. Real quick before everybody chimes in, $5 super chat by Bob Dylan. I agree 100% with Lael. Trying to be like the MCU is what led the Whedon cut DC and darker, grittier. Be that. Don't try to turn Cyborg into Iron Man. We have also, and which I definitely agree, we have DJ N, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much for that. He says, we need to define who they is. DCWB. They screwed up with Jeff Johns screwed the DCU for jealousy. I know this firsthand. So you know a lot that we basically don't know. We got a $9 super chat by my man SpongeBob. Here we go, Justin. SpongeBob Square Balls in the building. DC needs to have a leader that is not a suit to guide the movie.
Yes, I agree with SpongeBob SquarePants.
Vinny, we've been saying this for the longest time. Suits
I agree.
only think revenue, but they don't understand the IP and why the fans love it. We only need good stories. That's what I'm talking about. A good, solid fucking story. I applaud that. That's what we basically need.
I agree with that.
Is a solid
If you can't write a good story, then check out a fucking
Then shut the hell up. Get off the CEO.
Justin?
That is a perfect example what you just said, Vinny. Take out a freaking comic because if you
read
want to replicate the success that you've had previously, let's look at where they've had success. The solo movies, right? The Joker movie, Aquaman. We'll see what the Batman is like. Why don't we do a Long Halloween film or a Hush film or a Dark Knight Returns, which was kind of Batman vs Superman, but don't do it like that way. Do it right.
Right.
There are or the Killing Joke. Like there are so many classic runs that they could be doing.
Well,
but instead,
I understand Leo's point. His point is that don't copy the formula exactly.
Exactly.
Because what Marvel is doing is they're using the comics as kind of an outlier, and they're creating a lot of new stuff that's very interesting, where it's appeasing to the fans and new audiences. But what DC struggles with is when they are adding their input, it's not fun, creative, or enjoyable. So you have this little sprinkle of an idea that they pulled from a comic, and then you have a whole bunch of their drivel, and then you're thinking, wait, I want more of the shit that you pulled just a little tiny piece of. And then you have something like Superman vs. Batman, where they're like, oh, this idea in Injustice was cool.
From Frank Miller.
This scene in Dark Knight Returns was dope. This scene in Superman vs. Doomsday was cool. Let's take
all
these
the
3 bullet points and then let's go to the writing board and come up with a whole story around that, and then throw those in.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't do that.
It
You're
all
right.
comes down.
Exactly.
It all comes down to the fact.
If you don't have, hold on, if you
Exactly.
don't have a story around that that's intriguing and exciting, because if they did that, then had a really cool story around that, then it'd have been like cool.
Right.
It was a whole bunch of new cool shit, and then here's something cool from the comics. Hey, go check those out afterwards. Which is kind of like what Marvel
Exactly.
does. But if the shit around that is shit, then all you're left with is, damn, I wish they would have just done the fucking movie page for page like
Right.
Watchmen,
Yeah.
Sin City, and just fucking copied it. I'd rather you fucking copied it page for page than give me a whole bunch of bullshit and then
Right.
tease me with the fact that you know that comics exist, but you don't give a fuck about them enough to give them any more source material or any more creative input above and beyond what you think is suitable for the audience, so that way you can justify your salary and say, oh, I'm the executive who changed Batman to something cool that I want to see, just so that it's fucking my name on it and not Bob Kane or Frank Miller or fucking Dennis O'Neill.
You on
Well,
it,
that's
Benny.
exactly
You on
the
it,
thing
boy.
is that it comes
That's
down
exactly.
to what Lael was saying earlier, is that Disney trusted Kevin Feige and the IP and the characters,
his
the source
job.
material, but
Right.
they trusted that there's a reason why the source material has been so popular for 80 some odd years, right?
Right.
They trusted that there's a reason why those characters became icons, okay? And then they let them tell the stories that they felt that they needed to tell to bring those characters to life on screen. Warner Brothers did not have the same faith in the IP, in the characters. They took the typical kind of like the Hollywood mentality, studio mentality when it comes to, you know, how like, you know, there's a great book and then they make a movie of the book and you're like, this is shit. This is nowhere near what the book
You
was.
never win that
It's
way,
because
bro.
they make these ridiculous changes that like, really, you needed to change the character's
For the
name.
sake of changing.
You needed to do this. It was just
It's fucking
basically to say,
stupid.
hey, look, I put my mark on this
That's
and
exactly
I
what
made
I'm
it
saying.
better.
I did this.
And rather
Right.
than where Kevin Feige is like, look, and Disney trusts him and they trust the IPs.
Right.
Warner Brothers is like, no, we can make it better. You know, you got lucky and that's why this character became an icon, but we can make it better. And here we go. We start tinkering.
Square peg, round hole, boy.
And then
every
it's
time.
not the actual source material anymore. And so I have a question because I mean, well, I can start with Justin, but like all of you guys.
But
on
before
this-
you do that, but hold on to that question.
All
Remember
right, go
it
ahead.
real quick. I got to get these super chats out the way. DCU deserves its own fidelity. It was destroyed by the axe. WB, who knew nothing about what makes them dollars. I agree with that.
Yes.
And then there's another one.
Yes.
He was like, film continuity doesn't have to copy a direct interpretation. DCU continuity was broken. Sad insecurity by execs who listen to pre-complainers.
Yes. Jesus.
Bro,
Christ.
DJ in like,
Yo,
listen,
he's
he
killing
dropping-
it.
He
He's
dropping the
killing
mic
it.
tonight.
He's
But yeah,
killing
so
That's exactly how I feel.
love
bro.
that. I love that. I love that. So,
Killing
yeah, Brendan, what was your question?
So, being that like we're in the collectibles world, right? And we love to now. Marvel has had this massive success with the MCU, and it's reflected in the hot toys we get like crazy. Marvel just like cranking out hot toys. Hot Toys is cranking out Marvel figures, right? DC flounders. You never know which. They might have like $1 billion movie there, like Aquaman, and then they might have one that completely tanks. Right? You never know what you're going to get quality and return on investment wise. Right? So we don't get many DC figures. Like it's a real dearth of those. But on the statue side, we get
Prime is killing it. Right.
We get a shit ton of DC statues. I think more than Marvel. We still get some Marvel ones. We get Caps and we get Iron Mans and stuff. But we're getting a lot more DC stuff from the films and from comic and animated inspired stuff. So I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? What is the difference there? Why is it that Marvel is hot and we get a ton of Marvel hot toys? DC is not, and we don't get a ton of DC hot toys.
I have the
but then
perfect
on the
answer for that,
statue
Brendan.
side, we get a fuck ton of DC.
Go ahead.
properties.
I got one too.
Ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
the
Go ahead.
difference there?
Go
ladies
ahead,
and
Joe.
gentlemen,
I'll go after you.
ladies
Go
and
ahead.
gentlemen, we have Justin Kane.
Oh my god, I'm solo.
You gotta explain
Well,
it.
Go ahead.
He
Well,
likes to
Brendan.
solo people.
Oh my
Good.
god, it's
Justin Kane.
The
Justin
DC
Kane.
side, the DC side, very passionate group of fans like we clearly are. You'll find
Myself
that
included.
there you go. You'll find that because the collectible market underrepresents DC the way they do, we are willing to spend more because we can't get it anywhere else. Whereas the Marvel side of things does have its core fandom, yes, but most of the people, and I can speak from the folks who watch my videos, the Marvel videos are way more popular than DC because just regular people, just normal non-collectors, non-fans are watching the films and they want to buy the collectibles. They are very unlikely to want to spend $2,000+ on a third scale. I don't know. There haven't been a ton of third scale MCU statues. In fact, I don't think there have been many at all. There's been quarter scale because that straddles the line price wise. Now we are starting to see the half scale stuff with Queen. We'll see how that line goes.
Oh, Cap.
Cap, and they are making the rest of the team apparently, which
That's
Thor's
awesome.
supposed to be next. Yep.
Thor, yeah.
Ooh, okay, I'm curious to see it, but it's mostly because the people who buy Marvel Hot Toys are folks like us who are really in it, and also just normal everyday people who want to have that awesome Spidey from that awesome Spidey film, put it on their shelf at work. A kid who's in high school who's saved up all his pocket money and he's bought this $250, Iron Man or whatever it is. Versus DC fans who are more willing to spend $2,000 on.
So if a DC fan's not
scale
getting like 10, 20, some odd hot toys coming out over the course of the year, then all that money that they're not spending on that, they can
You go where you can find it,
like
bro.
a $2,000 statue.
Exactly, Brandon.
Okay,
exactly.
I didn't think about it.
And
that
they're
makes
limited.
sense.
They're limited runs. The Shazam that I have, I think they made 150 of the exclusive and 200 of the normal. So 350 in the whole world. Like so super limited versus I don't know how many Mark 85s or perfect example, Iron Patriot. They made too many, so now they are
Now they got that on it.
Now that you can get that thing for like that thing for like $5 in a bus ticket.
They made a bunch of Iron
In
Patriots
fact,
now.
they're probably going to pay you to take.
Seriously,
the
but
Iron
that
Patriot
does
But
benefit like statue collectors if you're a DC fan because you can get some pretty. I mean, they're killing it right now. I mean, I know me personally, like I can't wait for that Prime 1 third scale the Batman from this new movie.
So excited!
And I really hope they do the Riddler. And
Can I
do the rest of
share
it.
something? I don't know if I'm. It's 1/6. It's not statue related.
Gotcha.
A creator sent me these pics. I'm not going to say who it is, just in case he doesn't want it shared.
You can share.
Let me see if I can get the pics. Because he is making something from the Batman that I think he wants me to review, but I'm not sure. We're working on it.
While he pulls that up, Leo, what
Grabbing
do you
the
have for
pics.
DC statues? You have a couple, right?
Yeah, I have, but I basically have Robin, Batman, and Gordon.
Premium format?
Are you?
Yeah, premium format.
Are you picking up? Was it Zatanna?
Yes.
You are getting that one, right? Yeah. He says yes, like he's insulted. I asked him. God
Yeah, that
How
one.
dare you?
That piece is brilliant.
I
It
just got
does look
Superman
good.
and
It does
Brainiac.
look good. It does look good.
Prime.
So this is.
Oh,
That's
hell yes.
awesome.
I'll try and
Wow.
find out the details. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a limited run of these. They are.
Justin, didn't you post that
custom.
on your page? I think I saw that on your page, right?
Oh, he's
Went
got
on
the
your page?
duct tape.
I don't think that was me. It might have been someone. It might have been even the guy who made this.
Oh,
but he's doing
bro,
a
that's he even got
limited
the
run.
duct tape, dog. Wow.
Hell
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Now see, we
really
were talking
good.
about like with DC making movies. This is Hush to me, not the Riddler. It's like Hush to me, kind of, sorta. You know what I'm saying? It's like Hush vibes to
The
me,
bandage,
bro.
got the
But
covered up face. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaky. I mean,
That's
I'm
awesome,
hoping
yo.
that
Yeah,
we
dude.
do get Hot Toys making a lot. At least Batman, the Riddler, Catwoman.
Hot
I don't
Toys
know if
will do
I'm
it.
asking too much for the Penguin.
wow.
Come on,
Wow.
Colin Farrell is
But
the
see,
Penguin. I gotta have
I
him.
know. But
Latoya,
it's like-
Latoya, she psychically said that she sent me a message. Like she Jean grade me a message and said, maybe we're gonna get this, so don't worry.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
Watch it.
That's
for
that
just a
one is
minute.
awesome, bro.
I think Colin Farrell might not, as Penguin, might not be such pie in the sky because he is supposed to show up on HBO Max too, possibly in.
Yeah, they got his own show. They got his own show for him coming out.
In
Ooh,
another
I'd watch
show
the heck
or
out
in
of
this
that.
show, like,
Yeah.
so I think that
Him in the Iceberg Lounge. Yes, please.
yeah, I think there
That'd
could
be cool,
a chance
yeah.
for some. I think there are going to be some really cool collectibles coming out of this. Now, whether or not they're all hot toys or third party or statues, I don't know, but I have a feeling Prime One is definitely going to be involved in putting some stuff out.
But
And
see,
Question for you, Brendan. You have that Prime One Pattinson Batman on pre-order, the comic concept one, same as me.
I do.
If they made a film accurate one, would you cancel the comic book one in favor of getting that, or would you get them both?
Probably both.
you gotta get both because
I'd have to figure out
stuff.
the room. I'd have to
Yeah.
figure out the room, but see, the thing is, I love the comic book sculpt on that one that I already have on
The
pre-order.
Jim Lee one, yeah. It looks
Yeah, I love that so much. Nothing against Pattinson, but I love the white eyes. And I kind of wish a
Yeah.
movie would do that, where they would give him, like, the white
They did
eyes.
it with Deadpool.
They did.
Like, you
Yeah.
can do it.
It's definitely possible with CG or with straight up, like, actual eye pieces. But either way,
They all
I
did it for
do
a few
wish
minutes.
that... Yeah, I do. Yeah, for a couple. I
Yeah,
do
for a couple
wish
of
they
them.
would do that. But so my plan is to display that Prime One piece with the Jim Lee sculpt.
Okay.
But if they did another, like, more like full on accurate one from the film and then paired it with like a Riddler and stuff, then yeah, I'd probably go all in on that line. And then at that point, I might have to knock down a wall or something and build a whole new kind
Just
of.
blow the wall out.
See,
Make a
Seriously,
wall of
I don't know.
Prime
I just
One
think-
Batman.
I might have to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to you, Jedi Kid.
Justin Brennan was saying about.
Hold on.
Hold on. Before we get to you, Jedi Kid, I want to get the
my
super
bad.
chat out the way.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Difference is Hot Toys. They are geared towards MCU and Star Wars.
I agree.
Well, yeah, but
I
there's
agree.
also more consistent success from
But
Star
I was about to
Wars
say that.
and Marvel when
Financially,
it comes
for
to
them as well.
the properties that they're developing.
So now,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
I give you Jedi Kid.
You so funny, bro. So he's funny as hell. I can't deal with him tonight, man. I'm being calm. I'm only being calm because I'm not trying to blow up the
Got you,
YouTube
got
tonight.
you.
But
Sexual chocolate.
that's me. That's me all day. From what Brendan and Justin were
That's
saying
me.
about that's me. I'll take that.
God.
About what Hot Toys making all Marvel stuff. Marvel takes time to do fan service, and they have positive continuity throughout the years. So that's why, I mean, from what I've seen, is you can't find DC stuff because they're making all the good movies, even the bombs that the Marvel has made. They still put figures out that will sell. DC stuff is just like I said. My problem with WB is they don't know the gold mine they have right on the CEO's desk. All the comics, all the backstories to these characters are not getting put out because they want to do what they want to do to make their films, and I just it burns me up to my core. I'm being low key for the sake of y'all. I love you guys. I'm not gonna blow up tonight. We'll do it off camera, but I just had to make that point because I really think that's why they're winning. The continuity and the fan service that Marvel does for their fans.
Let me ask you a question.
That was Jedi Kid.
And everybody
me,
can
baby.
answer. Everybody can answer, but we can start with Jedi Kid. To me, it seems like when Kevin Feige and Marvel are creating something for Disney Plus or even Lucasfilm, right? And it, like Mando or Book of Boba, right?
Right.
They've got faith and they've got big plans for that where they think this is going to be a success in a different format, in a different medium than on the big screen, but they like this is gonna hit and we want this to fucking crush, right?
Right.
Whereas I feel like when what we're hearing about is in development for HBO Max, be it a film or like a TV series. It seems like Warner Brothers is kind of like, well, we're not willing to risk a theatrical release on this, but let's maybe put it on HBO Max and see if it does anything, right?
Peacemaker.
Like, do you guys get that vibe too, where it's like they're trying to build something on Disney Plus, whereas HBO Max kind of feels like, well, let's kind of dump this over here and see if anything
agree.
gains traction?
Yeah.
Because that's the vibe I get.
I feel like they're biting.
A lot of it though with them is, here's the thing. The current CEO or the current whatever you want to call him right now, he know he's on his way out, because once this actually goes to Discovery, he's gone. He's basically trying to bolster the numbers and subscriptions on HBO Max.
Right.
So that's why he's sending a lot of stuff. And that's why they've done these day-and-day releases for a long time. He don't give a fuck about theatrical releases. He's trying to get more subscriptions to HBO Max, because that's basically his baby. He's the one who signed off on that, and he's trying to ensure its success before he gets that pink slip. Literally.
But see, another thing is the difference between Marvel and DC, right? Marvel and Disney Plus and Feige and Lucasfilm and all them, they believe in their writers before they even write anything on the script. They believe in them boys. You know what I'm saying?
Also forgetting
DC don't give their writers a chance.
you guys are all
When
also
it's the
forgetting-
CEO's desk, they do their own thing.
Hold up. What you say, Vinny?
We're talking much bigger than
Hold up. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen.
Vinny Mac.
Vinny Mac.
There it is, baby.
we're discussing the whole of the whole campaign. So we're talking about hot toys and merchandising, like the old Spaceballs thing. And we're forgetting who's behind Marvel. We're talking about the mouse. Can't beat the mouse. You know what I mean? So of course Disney has more, is going to provide more confidence when it comes to the collector market and everything else, because you have such a machine behind everything that Marvel is doing.
They believe in their writers, though, bro.
So it's kind of like a chicken and egg thing. Like everything is going great at Marvel from it comes from the writing and the actors and the directors, and then at the top Feige, and then behind Feige you have a corporation that is behind, standing behind their product and is proud of their product, whereas Warner Brothers is embarrassed by their project. They're making superhero movies because, God, fuck. I guess you guys like them here.
Right.
That's the attitude Warner Brothers has had for virtually 20 years. It's
I
just
hate
that
them for that, bro.
They're put out by having to make movies. The Scorsese's and then the other directors over here to come out and kind of like had turned their nose up at the superhero genre. I feel like Warner Brothers feels the same way. However, they own all these billion-dollar potential properties and are watching Marvel just counting cash every day and feeling like, all right, I guess we got to do something too. And I really feel like they're just putting out this stuff and kind of like throwing us a bone. And so that reflects.
Shut up the fans.
Attitude reflects leadership.
It's funny because Marvel is over there hitting home runs and turning franchises like Guardians of the Galaxy that nobody knew anything about into something that people are like getting really hyped about, whereas we don't even have faith that Warner Brothers is going to do well with their icons. They're like the top of the line.
It's a way of thinking over at Marvel. It's a way of thinking there. And that's all coming from the fact that everybody's on board here. And then you got them on board. So everybody from top to bottom is on the same page there. And there's going to be misses. God knows, we all know that, Marvel
had their bombs too.
Had their hiccups. But on the whole, they are on the same page. So it's like, even if some shit doesn't go the way that they want, some shit isn't a home run, it isn't because they didn't give a shit or because they don't care what the fans think or because whatever. Whereas DC, you have the writers and the actors and directors and execs banging, button heads
all day,
years,
all day, bro.
And it's not in house; it's on are front page.
DC should just stick to animated
Messy.
movies.
And it's messy.
They do those well.
And the most
But
frustrating
really,
part,
EU, they fucking
to your
suck.
point, the most frustrating part is when you have properties like the animated films where they're over in the basement, no one fucking even knows that they're making movies down there.
Right.
They're fucking churning out hits for fucking
Hit after hit after hit.
They're
like,
also
look at-
taking the approach that
you
Justin
look
said.
at-
They're making
you
the
look at
long
what we're about to
Halloween.
get.
They're
You
making
look at what
those
we're about to
rush
get.
movies.
You look at
right?
what
Long
we're about to
Halloween
get
was
with Batman,
so good.
which is they're
I
on
love
screen year one, and then go pop in the animated year one, and you look at what is literally like perfection. It's fucking perfection. Because
Right.
they did what they were doing down there in the basement. They were like, all right, fuck it, put it out. It's animated. Who cares? And it's
Right, who
amazing.
cares? They won't.
I can't wait
Right.
to come home from the Batman, and whatever I feel about it either way, I'm like, all right, at least I can know I can throw on year one on HBO Max or whatever, and I know I'll
And
enjoy
watch,
it.
I'm good. Right.
Real quick, and then I want to say something real quick. We have DJ N. His name is Toby. That's his name, Toby Emmerich. Lost Christopher Nolan to Kevin Tucciara's boy. You got to be stupid to do that. Unbelievable. That's true. Yeah. SGC 360 999 super chat. DC fan base is splintered. Arrowverse, Titanverse, Gotham. Different Batman and Superman movie. The Star Wars
I'm
has
okay
one
with that,
universe, same as Marvel. It's
Think
easy
about how
to
dumb
follow
that is.
then.
Marvel had to be splintered because of the bankruptcy and because of all their shit being everywhere.
With Sony, yeah.
Sony and Fox and all their shit was everywhere. They had no choice.
Mhm.
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers has owned all their IPs over all these years and has so little faith in it that some is on DC.
Warner Brothers should have so much continuity, and they don't.
Some's on UPN. Some's on
Listen.
like the Home Shopping Network. Some's
Right.
on the channel. They don't give a
Right.
fuck.
Hey,
They don't care.
hold on. So
They don't care, bro.
real quick. Time out,
Me and Vinny
man.
on fire. I'm sorry,
Yo,
bro. I'm
time to
sorry.
fuck out. Like, hold on, because
My man,
I
Vinny,
want to
you-
say something
Wasn't me
here.
this time.
Literally,
Just
saying.
I
It's
know.
me.
I
I'm
want
sorry,
to. I
bro.
want to say something here because the thing is, like I said, I
apologize.
try to give both
me drink some
IPs
tea.
the benefit of the doubt because, just like and I agree, Marcus with a K. Disney has some stinkers too, bro. Marvel had some movies that they were iffy. They
No,
did
we
too.
said that. We said that.
So that's but at the same time, Man of Steel, I thoroughly enjoyed that film, bro.
Yeah.
Man of Steel, I
one
thoroughly
of my
enjoyed
favorites.
that. Listen, and contrary to what other people want to believe and say, now the director's cut, I guess, of Batman versus Superman, I like that too.
Me too.
I liked it.
It is
too.
a significant improvement over
It's
the theatrical
I
release,
liked
yeah.
it. I like
Yep.
what we basically got out of
But
it. It
the
was a bit
people at
darker.
WB
but
cut that
I
out.
got it. But hold on. That's why I'm talking about the director's cut. So this is what I'm saying. Wonder Woman, even the first Wonder Woman film, a lot of people I liked it. I liked it for what it basically gave me. So
I did.
they show that there are some successes and things that they can actually do. This is why I have faith in the simple fact that they listen. I didn't, and that's the one thing that I did not want to do. I didn't want to bash DC today. I wanted to mainly just talk about where they are going and the potential that they could basically make up for certain mistakes. They could do it, and I want to see them have some successes. So that's what I want to actually highlight. I understand that it's going to be divisive. I get that. I really do get that. But at the same time, I do look, starting with the Batman, I'm going to take that and just go in and enjoy it thoroughly as a film. Because this is what I want to see. I want to see something that's fully enjoyable. I think the cast is going to knock it out the park. And so far, what I've seen, not really spoiling it for many, I think it's going to be a decent film.
That's an Elseworlds title, right? That
Exactly.
it's not part of the main continuity, so just enjoy it
Elseworlds.
in
As
isolation,
what it is.
and you don't have to have the baggage of everything else.
I
exactly.
agree with Ashley
Iron
Chases,
Man
right?
was a gamble for Marvel, and look what RDJ did with Iron
Right.
Man. It was a gamble.
I agree.
So basically,
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. So again, I do understand, but I just want to say that there's a possibility. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to bring this up really, really, really quick because I already know, and for the interest of time, I'm going to probably stop it here because we just jumped in. It's been a heated discussion about these fucking films. But anyway, I want to bring this in, and I already know it's good. Like, come on, let's try to temper it as much as we can. But I'm bringing this in because it's another film that, again, is
We
gonna
need more
be
time.
a bit
We need
divisive.
more time. We need
I'm
more
gonna
time.
give you more time, so I'm
Everything
so,
hinges
whatever.
on this one. Everything for the year
it hinges on
We need
this
more
one.
time.
Now, so far, what we've heard from the Flash. Now, number one, Justin, do you think Hot Toys is going to give us this suit, bro?
Let me just say this: I really hate the cowl. I saw someone do a mashup with the Lego Flash
Yeah.
cowl and this, and they look exactly the same.
Really?
I
Oh,
hope that
stop
we
it.
do
Are you
get.
serious?
Yeah, it's quite ugly, but I do hope that we get a line from this film at the very least. Flash. They said that they've got the license. They put up the little picture.
Yep.
So we know that they have it, but they may not do anything with it. I'm hoping we get
Fucking
both
Shazam
versions.
us again.
Don't Shazam us, please.
This is the new
Both
52
versions.
costume too.
This is New 52 style, but they got rid of the chin guard, which I hate. Flash always needs a chin guard because it looks really goofy without it on. Anyway, I'll stop with my hate of the cowl. The rest of the suit looks great. I'm hoping we get Michael Keaton. I'm curious to see what that Ben Affleck suit looks like after the CGI when they've put the cape on and they've touched up the goggles. I'm sure maybe it's going to be tactical suit again. I don't know. I'm just curious to see what this looks like. What I do really want though is a Supergirl because we've got a Flash, we've got a Michael Keaton Batman, we've got a bunch of Ben Afflecks.
Now here's the thing.
Something new.
You said Supergirl, and
do you think? Do you think?
Brick.
Do you think?
I ain't
Do
want to
you
talk about
think?
that shit.
Do you think? Do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think? Come on, man. We got to try to keep this as positive as possible. I get it. I understand that the frustration is there, but it does offer something.
I'm sorry.
So
let
listen,
me drink some tea, bro. Let me drink some tea.
So here's we got a $1.99 super chat. What DC show
Jack
is
Daniel's
HSN still
Yeah, let me
watching?
get some tea.
What you say, Vinny?
The salesman. The salesman. That's gonna be the Home Shopping Network character.
Yep. Yep.
So here's the thing. Now we know what this film basically coming, right? That there have been, a couple of rumors of changes and things that they're going to do that they're going to completely change.
No
the
Terry
scope
McGinnis
of what we actually see, in the DCU going forward after this film. So the future of the DCU hinges on how successfully they're able to make this transition. Now, with Ben Affleck making a statement that, hey, he loved the closeout of this film. Now, he could be saying that because he's just glad he's getting it over with, or he can be saying that because genuinely he feels that way. And he said him and Michael Keaton had a banter back and forth, and they talked about it, how they both loved it. My thing is, okay.
I mean, Andrew Garfield said he wasn't in No Way Home. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Right? So here's the thing. So, but
you never know.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Come on, man. So listen. What I'm saying about this is, and I bring this up for a reason. What would you say, and what would everybody actually say here? Even the Russian bot that's here. What would everybody actually say?
We always shout out the Russian bot.
Yeah, we got to shout out the Russian bot. But what would you say? Say, for instance, and I'm just going to put this out there. Even everybody in the chat, you can chime in too, but I'm going to ask the panel as well. Say for just the sake of saying, hypothetically, optimistically, that these slates of films that we get are home runs. Would that change your perception of the DCU going forward, and would that give you hope, or would you still hold on to the mistakes that they've made in the past and not seek a level of progression or even give them a chance going forward? I'm gonna start with you, Justin, because the other panel they got some things to say. Sure. So I'm gonna start with you first. What do you think, bro?
I mean, I know a lot of people are really mad about these rumors that we're going to transition away from Cavill and Affleck, but John Campea said something on his show that that resonated with me. Just because they are trying something different doesn't mean that Man of Steel and BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League is not going to magically vanish, Thanos snap away tomorrow. It still exists. We still have that continuity, those three films, that story. I know Vinny's.
You can still watch them.
Well. You can still watch them. It's still existing. I'm too positive, but I'm okay with them doing something different because I have my Henry Cavill suit, man. He kicked ass in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love Man of Steel. I even like the director's cut of BVS. So I've had 3 movies with my Superman, which is more than I can say for other versions of Superman. Poor Brandon Routh. He only had, that was one bad writing. He was perfect. Exactly. So I'm okay with them trying something new with a Supergirl being the main Kryptonian in the DCU. I know not everyone's going to feel that way, and some people are going to say some real nasty stuff, I'm sure, in the comments. But I don't really care about any of that. I just want to see them try something new. I'm all for Batgirl, Supergirl, Wonder Woman teaming up. I think if they do it well, it can be great. And it can be something new and engaging and different, because I don't really want to see them try and retread and redo the stuff, because they've proven time and time again that they don't really know how to handle the characters well. I don't want to see them fail over and over again. Just like, oh, they failed, but it was still Ben Affleck. Oh, they failed, but it was still Henry Cavill. So if they feel like they want to try something different, they can always come back to Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, like we've seen in No Way Home with the other two Spideys. They can always come back later. They're not gone. They're not
10
dead.
years from now, though.
10 years from now, have an even older version of Bruce Wayne, even more grizzly, come in and train Terry McGinnis to be Batman Beyond. I would be fine with that. Or a Damian Wayne situation. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that.
This is what I'm saying, though. I mean, we're
I'm
saying
a positive person, though, so maybe
but see,
you definitely are, bro.
I'm trying to be as equally optimistic, because bro, listen. I mean, despite of what they're doing in the comics, I'm a comic book fan to the heart that wants to see the success, because the success of one IP means the success for the other. If they can basically do it together, that's just more for us. And this is why I want them to be as successful as they can be. Now, I understand, like I said, my optimism may not be everyone else's, but this is mine, and I'm just basically saying that. Brendan, butt naked, you have the floor, bro. What do you think, man?
I'm in a similar...
Wait. Hold that thought, because I did have the super chat up. I'm sorry. Ben K, $4.99 super chat. Had a very specific... Ben had a very specific arc for BVS to Justice League 2 and 3. He was never meant to be an Iron Man type of tons of films. That's why he's saying he's done. Just wait. Okay, go ahead.
But he wrote two scripts that WB threw out because it was too much like the Arkham game. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Also, though, Ben Affleck, but I think we know that. Ben Affleck also said after that he wasn't hitting the mark on those scripts that he wrote. Like he flat out said, like, he had an idea, but he said he couldn't get the script right. And that was like, yeah, I'm sure there was some interference with execs from Warner Brothers and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't want Deathstroke.
But Affleck was also saying he was not happy with what he had written. What he was trying to write for those. Look, I'm in a similar camp as Justin on this. I think that.
Thank you.
Honestly, I think that when it comes to, here's the thing. I don't have much by way of faith in Warner Brothers as far as maintaining any sense of like really good continuity. Okay,
right.
That's out the window. I'm just looking at individual films and what I can get for enjoyment out of those, because like if you're putting all your hopes in the basket of them magically fixing and all of a sudden knowing how to maintain a film continuity with these properties, I think you're just setting yourself up for failure, for disappointment. Another thing that I think it is kind of poisoning us a little bit, I think we're getting really upset at rumors that we don't have confirmation on yet. Like, and so then we're going into these theaters with a sour taste in our mouths, all ready to fucking hate what we're about to watch. And whatever gripes somebody may have with, the changes, I'm okay with Supergirl being, a brunette, played by a Colombian actress who happens to be a Boston native, just saying. So, she's also a sickeningly talented singer, like amazing. Just pointing that out. But look, yes, they're making some changes on that front. All right, that's not the stuff that has me worried. It's more about, can they tell a cohesive story? Not, is this character going to have red hair or blonde hair? Are they going to be white or black or Hispanic? That stuff just doesn't bother me. I understand for some other people, it visually and stuff, it's an issue. Okay. But again, the big thing that people are really going nuts about is this, like, they're, writing out, Superman and Batman and making Batgirl be, like, the center, and making Supergirl be the center of, like, the, universe and everything. It's like, maybe they are. We don't have confirmation that that's the case yet. So we're getting so angry over rumors that we don't know are actually going to play out in this film. We have no idea how Michael Keaton's, Batman is going to factor into this movie. There are also rumors that they're developing a live-action Batman Beyond for HBO Max. There's so many rumors that we're reacting so viscerally to all of those, rather than, okay, we've got to take a breath and see where these movies actually go. And I am setting the bar low. I don't have these crazy high expectations in much the same, in the way that I did going into, like, No Way Home or something like that, okay? Yes, the bar is set so low you basically could just trip over it. But again, I think we're all getting into this just negative mindset, and we're having that for 5, 6, 8, 12, however many months leading up to it, to the point where by the time we sit our asses in the theater, we've hated on this movie for damn near a year, 2 years before we've actually ever seen a frame. Yes, there are some issues, but I mean, at this point, it's like they've made so many missteps that I'm not expecting a home run. I just want to go in and see what they can give us that I might actually be able to take some enjoyment from, and hope to be, pleasantly surprised. But I'm not going to be shocked in the other direction. If it sucks, it sucks. I think that's the way I have to live my life when it comes to these properties now. If it sucks, it sucks. I can't do anything else about it. But, I think we're working ourselves up prematurely on these things.
So, Jedi Kid, I'm gonna let you go, and then Vinny, you're gonna close us out with your thoughts on this, bro. Jedi Kid, should I play some rock? Yes, let's play some Rocky music in the background. No, I'm just joking. But now go ahead, bro.
No. My thing is,
do your thing.
I lost expectations for this film. First, it's supposed to be Flashpoint. Then that changed to just Flash, just going through time or whatever. Then Ben Affleck's in it. Now Michael Keaton's in it. Now, okay, cool. So I guess we have Superman. No, you're gonna have this other Supergirl that's not even Kara Zor-El. Okay, cool. I guess I could deal with that. Then you got Batgirl taking the place of Terry McGinnis. I'm like, okay, all right. I guess I'll be okay with that. This movie, I don't even want to give it like 5 minutes of my own brain waves to go see this film. I'm not going to see it. I'll pass on it. I'll buy the figures if they're decent. But other than that, I'm so tired of DC and WB with their vegetable meat soup, whatever they want to call a film nowadays. I give up, bro. Like, and this is me toned down. I just don't want to keep going and bitching about it, because it's not going to change anything, because WB is trying to get rid of the whole Snyderverse or whatever, for whatever reason they don't like him, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Let the movie come out, and we'll see what happens there. But I'm not paying for it.
So you're not going to go see it?
No, I pass on it.
Got you.
Yeah.
And that's, and that's respectfully so. I mean, if
I'm a real DC guy. I mean, I'm old school. Like, the first ever was Superman. I don't know. His blueprint is what is in my head every time I read a comic book, because he was the first. And to see how they just trashing him and throwing him aside, come on, this is the main character in the DC universe, and they just throw him aside like he's nothing. So it's like,
we don't know
that
that yet, though.
No,
they're
gonna do it.
Like, again, that's something that we're assuming, but we haven't seen it yet.
DC's track record, you don't think they will?
I think their track record says that there's a good chance that they fuck up. Absolutely.
Okay.
But again,
so we're on the same page.
we're getting pissed off about things that are rumored. Like, to me, it's like, I want to wait. I want to see the film, and then I want to get pissed. Then I want to say, yeah, they fucked up. Just like if a hot toy, it's like, I want to wait. I want it to come out. I want to see the final pictures. I want to see a review in hand, and then now granted that doesn't usually happen because I usually pre-order it and get it before, but
I'm
like
waiting
you know
for
what I
HBO
mean.
Max.
Like you, so I was kind of full of shit there. But like in general, like I feel like I just want to give them a chance to at least put something in front of my eyes, and then if it sucks, it sucks. But like. I feel like I'm going to end up, if I just write them off completely and don't give any time to what they're putting out, I feel like I'm going to screw myself out of something that's really good. Who knows? I mean, hey, dude, look, man, 20 years ago, people fucking hated the prequels. Now they're like beloved. So they're,
I like them, though.
I think we sometimes, because we're such hardcore, longtime fans of the IPs, that we sometimes actually ruin the experience for ourselves in some ways. Not in every way, because they definitely make
That's
mistakes.
what I said.
But I feel like sometimes we hurt our own experience.
Because we set our own expectations. Real quick, DGN with the $4.99 super chat. Jay Oliver, animated director, storyboard artist for the DCEU MCU, stated Ben's script was the best he had ever seen.
That was the rumor going around.
That excuse. He had to give that excuse, his role, I guess, to come back, whatever. I guess I don't know. Good, well, I mean, could be.
I don't
he
know
got tired
Ben
of going
Affleck
back and forth with WB, bro. He got tired of going back and forth with him, bro.
SpongeBob SquareBalls with the $4.99 super chat. DC movies have too many leaks. I would rather not know what to expect and then be surprised for good or the bad. Okay, so listen. This is what I'm saying. So listen, and again, we don't know unless we've actually seen the film first. We have to see these films to really interpret or understand what's going on. And the thing is, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if they, like, plain and simple, if DC said, you know what, or if the WB said, fuck it, we're not giving you any more DC films and just drop the IP, we'd be complaining then. Because it's there, and they're just saying, fuck it, we're not going to give you anything, just stick with the animated films. Then we would complain they're not giving us movies. But then they're giving us these movies, but we're still, we just have to wait and see and then draw our conclusion. That's what I'm basically saying.
We don't know what are leaks versus what are just bullshit rumors.
I'm going to see it first, and then I'm going to draw my own conclusion. Look, I don't have much faith in them. I'm not saying that I have a lot of faith, but I am being optimistic that possibly they can make it work. You know what I mean? And if they don't, then Cavill can go to Marvel and be Captain Britain. Benny, let me hear what you got to say about this, brother.
Are we excited about Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? Just a yes or no. We're all excited, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? We haven't seen it. So if we could be excited about something that we haven't seen yet, we can be angry or disappointed about something we haven't seen yet. That's part of what the fan experience is. We take what information we have and we form an opinion of, man, does this look like it's going to be great? Does this look like it might suck? And then we usually see it and then see if we were right or wrong. So if we spend this whole next few months bitching about Flash and it comes out and it's great, we're all going to be like, man, this is like surprised us. This was better than we thought. Thank God it wasn't as horrible as they were making it out to be. And all the rumors that, their ramp up, they need to learn how to market better and do better PR to navigate their build up for film. But to say, let's not be too worried about it or too carried away, that's not what fans do. I would rather us all pissed off and them see how passionate we are that we want to see something great, and then angle and steer that into something that they realize that people care about, than apathy. If people are talking, then it's the only thing worse than people upset is people not talking at all. So I'd rather them hear us all upset about something and they could decide, all right, this maybe not is the best idea. Let's go back to the drawing board, or at least they know that what fans want. And sometimes they listen to us, sometimes they don't. And it's important for our voices to be heard. But to say that we can't bitch about a movie before it comes out until we see it, then that's like saying we can't be excited about a movie until it comes out for us to see it.
Okay, let me piggyback on what you're saying. But wait. But let me piggyback on what you're saying real quick. Let me say
what we're upset about is not just all the DC movies have been great, but in this movie, Superman might not be there. We've all waited for Man of Steel 2 for over a decade. Like, this isn't something that is just something new that we think that they might fuck up. It's a pattern. It's a cycle, and this movie is just like another like salt in the wound of what DC fans have been going through, because they want the company to be going in a different direction, and they want to see their characters that they like represented better, and they want more of a cohesive strategy going forward. And what we're seeing in this movie is a lot of just throwing shit on the wall and see what might stick.
But we haven't seen it yet, though. That's the point. We haven't seen it yet. We're going off of what they're saying. Here, real quick. So this is what I'm saying. We've seen, and I'm gonna let you finish though.
No, that's cool.
But this is what I'm saying. The reason why we're excited about a Doctor Strange film, we got his own film. We saw him in Infinity War. We saw him in Endgame. We saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home. We know what he's capable of. We have never seen, and we saw What If. We have never seen a single Flash film yet. Right. We haven't. So, okay, we can basically be pissed off of the simple fact that, okay, there have been so many other films before this one that have made mistakes, that have fucked up. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, we have not given this film a chance because we haven't seen, now we've seen one Flash iteration in the Justice League. But we have not seen Flash in his own independent film. We haven't seen it yet. And on top of that, we are getting a return of other characters. I think that listen, and I'm not saying that, we can't be upset and we can't be pissed.
You know that we're going to be there. We're going to see it. We're going to check it. We're going to form our own
opinion. And I get that.
The data that we've gathered going into it and saying this has been a messy road for this film, and we're not really sure. And there's a lot of controversial information that we've gotten from it. There's a reason why they leak rumors, they leak information, they tell you who's casted.
They want to see what fans are saying about it.
The reason why they show you 7-8 trailers is to inform you and give you an opinion about the film, to let you know whether or not you want to go see this movie or not. Now that works both ways. If you're not a fan of the characters that are going to be in a movie that you are going to go see, then that trailer tells you maybe this movie isn't for you, so why go see it just if you're going to be upset? And that works both ways. You take the information that you have going into a film and say, man, this isn't looking good, or this is looking great, or whatever. And I feel like all the air of what's going on with DC, a lot of that has been narrowed down at this film, because a lot of the bad decisions or good decisions or whatever decisions that they've had and done over the past few years has been poured into this film, and is going to be mixed up. And a lot of people are worried, with reason, that some of the stuff that we've liked that they've done over the past few years is going to be saying, okay, now that's going to be retconned out, and this is going to be in, and it's going to be reshaped the way the DCEU is formed going forward, but it's not going to completely erase it. But the way they've worded it is almost like, well, if you still like Man of Steel, don't worry, you can just pop in your Blu-ray at any time. I mean, that's great and all, and that's true, but a lot of people still want to see Superman movies. A lot of people still want to see Batman movies. And if they change that and people are upset, I feel like they have the right to be.
And I'm not saying they have the right to be upset, but here's my point really quick, though. The thing is, it's like, these rumors literally have become Chinese whispers, because basically they're thrown out there and people are taking their own iteration, making up their own stories, and no one has actually seen the film yet. Okay, case in point. How many rumors did we basically hear even before we actually went to go see Into the Spider-Verse? How many rumors did we basically hear about that film? How many people were like, you know what, fuck that animated looking film, it looked like a bag of bullshit? Went to go see it. We enjoyed it. It's an Academy Award winning film, and we're getting 2 more movies because we gave it a chance. We went and saw the film despite the rumors we basically heard about it. We went and gave it a chance.
The same thing happened with No Way Home.
And it was made by Sony. But that's what I'm saying. We've given it a chance. We have to give this movie a chance. That's what I'm saying.
I think No Way Home is an even better example. I didn't have high expectations for No Way Home, but when I seen it, I loved it. It was great. Though the feelings that I had going into No Way Home were still completely valid given Sony's track record.
Well,
they had leaked the whole script on No Way Home before it even came out.
Back to your point from earlier. The difference between being the difference between being hopeful going into a film that it's going to be good, right? We go into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and we're hopeful that it's going to be a banger film, that we're going to love it. We go in, we saying, I think this is going to be really good. I hope this is going to be really good.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about negativity, we're saying this Flash movie's going to fucking suck. Not we think it's going to suck. We're declaring this is going to fucking suck. That I'm not saying you were, Vinny, specifically, but I'm saying that's the vibe that we've been seeing from so many people, especially throughout the Facebook groups that you guys have seen.
Other people on the internet, though.
But I understand. But we're talking about collectively. We're talking about people that are fans of the IPs. We're talking about collectors. We're talking about moviegoers, comic fans. The thing is, when we think we're hoping that something is going to be good and we're excited about it. We say, I really hope this movie is going to be good. I think that they're going to nail it. This is great. But when people are talking about The Flash, they're like, we think they might, or there's a chance they will. Say, they're going to write Henry Cavill out. They're going to write Ben Affleck out. They're going to change Supergirl. This movie's going to fucking suck. We're more declarative when it's a negative. When we're hopeful, it's we think, we hope.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's the difference.
Man, this is gonna suck as they want it to suck. That's just the way. It's semantics. It's
not semantics. It's a very distinct difference.
But if it comes out and it's great, 90% of those people want it to be great. They're just fucking frustrated with all the shit they've had to live through as DC fans. So when they see something that they don't like or see,
they're gonna say something about it.
But then we get to the point where Jedi Kid, you said you're not even going to go see the movie.
No, I wait for the HBO Max. I'll do an HBO Max when it comes out.
Right, but so that's the thing that is problematic, though, is that now we're getting to the point where people are judging this movie based on rumors that are unsubstantiated, and then saying, I've already made the decision that I'm not even going to go see this movie in the theaters, even if all those things don't turn out to be true.
Brandon, are you going to go?
That's not the story I want.
Yes. Are you going to go see Venom 3?
Absolutely.
See, but wouldn't you imagine it's going to suck after 2?
Most likely, but if they make it, I'm going to go see it and hope that they make a better one.
Okay. Well, some people feel like if they were, fool me twice, they're not going to go see it. I got to respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, man, you know what? I almost feel like I never want to talk about a DC film ever fucking again or talk about DC in general. You got two boys that love DC. But I'm going to talk about it, and we all love DC. It's just the simple fact that there's different emotions. It's welcome. These are opinions, and we can have these discussions. Once we get behind, we just going to laugh about this shit. But anyway, and that's what I'm saying. We can all have these opinions, but that's what it's all about. That we can discuss these things. I'm just saying, I'm going to give it a chance.
The week after Flash, and we're on here talking about how wrong we were. That's what I want to be. I want to be wrong.
And I'm hoping that we basically,
Mephisto is going to be in No Way Home and WandaVision and literally every Marvel property that comes out next is Mephisto's in this one. Mephisto's in this one. He's in this one.
Shout out to Ryan and Jedi Patrol. I hate everything, silly.
That's my boy. I hate everything. That's why.
So check it out. Again, thanks for everybody for coming through. We're a little over 2 hours, but that's how these streams go.
I mean,
Justin,
it's gonna happen.
Thank you for stopping through, bro. I mean, it was a pleasure having you on the show, man, and just bringing your light and also your
positivity,
your opinions, and positivity.
Your effervescence.
He's always so positive, bro.
Justin, I'm going to start with you, man. What do you got coming up besides the simple fact that I will see you tomorrow? But what do you got coming up, man, next?
Well, we haven't announced this yet, but you will be on Figures and Flicks this week. So
let's go.
That's pretty exciting. Let's
go.
And a bunch of reviews. I will be reviewing that LED system. I have the info now.
Oh, yes.
Finally, on the LED light up system. And you can send your figures off to get it done, so you don't have to buy them again. Like, you don't have to buy another Mark 85 to have the LED system. So you can send it in and have the modifications done.
Wow.
So for those wondering...
No more batteries.
Yes, that is a thing. No more batteries. You can have it... Some things that I didn't know, you can have it plugged in all the time and still have the touch sensor thing. You can have it plugged in all the time. Or if you charge it, it lasts 20 hours on one charge.
To change the game.
So 20 hours on one charge, or plug in.
Are you showing this on your page?
Or 20 seconds for the hot toy batteries?
Yes. Yeah, I will do a proper video on it. Because I didn't know any of the info. They just sent me the sample, which I have to return, by the way. And they said, this is what we are going to be doing. So now I've got all the info. I can do the video.
Did you post your Boba Fett?
Yes,
I did.
Watch it today.
cabinet. He's
It's up. It's
I
up.
gotta
It's on the
watch
channel. I
it. I
watched
gotta
it today.
watch
It's
it.
dope.
I gotta
It's
watch
dope.
it.
you can just sort of I can
That
zoom
figure,
it.
man, both of them.
I gotta
they
get that.
are
Yeah,
so
I
good.
ordered that one. I can't wait to
How
get
do
mine,
I-
bro.
You got the 2-pack, right?
Yeah, you got the
Whoop,
2-pack one.
whoop,
Yeah, you got to go the 2-pack.
There he
Where
is.
is it?
Right.
Oh
You see?
yeah. Oh god, I can't wait for that. I gotta watch the
Oh,
video,
God.
bro.
It's such a killer
Yeah.
figure.
I gotta watch
Both
the
of them.
video,
Definitely.
man.
He's both
So-
of them are all, now that we got that second episode, I couldn't
Yeah.
care less about Robofett, some people will call him because the robes, you know.
Yeah.
Robofett before
Mhm.
that episode, but now that like there's some meaning behind like
Right,
Gaffy's stick
right,
and the
the
outfit. I'm like,
Gaffy.
okay, yeah.
It's
I
one
really
of the
like
rare
this.
occasions when Hot
Yeah.
Toys timed something really well.
see,
Dropping that
I
release.
think by
Right.
accident, completely by
probably.
accident.
Right.
Yeah.
But dropping
It's
that
dope.
at the second episode, and all
Right.
these people that were like, "I'll probably just get this single one
Wait
when it
till
comes
later
out,"
in
were
the
like,
year.
"Oh
Mhm.
wait, I got to get that double pack now because I see what happened and how he got that." So
That was
whether
sick,
it was
bro.
whether it was a happy accident or they actually planned it, who knows? But it worked
He's
out.
really both figures are really good. Although something that I didn't notice in my review that I only noticed after the front skirt piece that comes down from his belt. Be
The
careful
like
with
really
the edges.
thin papery
Mine,
one, yeah.
not the papery one, the one in front of it,
Oh.
the fabric one.
Oh, okay.
Mine has got
Yeah.
a few fraying edges, so be
Okay.
careful
Okay.
with the edges of it. It's a little bit fragile, but if you
Battle
snip them off,
damage.
you'll be fine. But yeah, he's already pretty filthy anyway. He's completely nasty, right?
Oh,
So
it's
I'm
30.
fine with it.
Oh god, I
So
can't.
it just brings us some element. I can't wait to get it, man. So
That's cool.
anyway,
It's real
if you
good.
haven't already followed Justin Collection on YouTube,
Thank
IG,
you.
and Facebook group, it's an incredible group and incredible discussions. And tune in tomorrow on Justin Collections, where we actually will be talking and talking
Yes, sir.
figures and everything. And yes, I'm ready to go.
Mhm.
Definitely. We got a real quick before I move on. We got a $1.99 super chat by DJ. And what happened to the MCU? The DCU happened to the MCU. We'll get into that discussion. Wait. Because we already pressed for time, man. We'll get to that discussion next time because that's a whole different discussion.
I'm
we'll
on
do
that.
you know what? We'll do a versus. How about that? We'll do a versus.
Ooh.
MCU versus DC. How about that?
Oh, MC
Tune on
already
that.
won.
Let's do that. We'll do that
MC already
next
won.
week.
That's a beatdown.
Next Monday, we'll do that versus. It's gonna be dope. And I don't know, Brendan's gonna be like, "Oh fuck," but we're gonna do that live next Monday. So
That's
stay
like Mike
tuned.
Tyson
The
fighting
versus.
Mike Epps. Like, come
we
on.
have
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquareBalls $4.99 super chat. Ocean Master is so awesome. Mine is already in the display cabinet. I can't wait to see Justin's
Yeah,
review.
man, that's awesome.
So
bro.
definitely.
I'm
It's
going to
gonna be
film
incredible.
Godfather today, I think. 'Cause people were guilting me because they're like, where is this Godfather?
Oh, the
review?
Damn
Had it-
Toys one?
Yeah, because I've had
Is
it
that
for
Toys
like a
Wonderland?
couple of weeks now. Yeah, I need to review it. I know I will be doing it. But the thing is, I release a video every day. So it's
Are you
like,
sure about that?
This is incredible. I can't
Oh my
wait.
God, Ryan.
Anyway, Ryan, man, like green beans though, bro. Green beans, man. Anyway,
I like green beans.
I
Me
can't,
too.
bro. What you got coming up, man?
Work and more work. That's
Yeah.
it for me. I got Venom coming Friday. Finally released it, so I finally got him coming. I watched a review today on that one. I got the exclusive one, the one you got. Yeah, I don't
Yes,
understand
yeah.
why the only big thing is the mouth is open on one of the tentacles and that's it. That
Yes,
sucks.
yes.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait, bro.
The
If he
figure
really-
itself is absolutely phenomenal. Though.
I cannot wait, dude. And you really can't see none of the mandibles or nothing like that because of the way that the skin is made on. I
Like
can't
the
wait.
When
joints,
when
you
you
can't
get it
really-
in,
no.
when you get
Yeah.
it, bro, you won't. There's no worry in the world. Trust me.
I love that magnet head too, bro. Oh my god.
Oh,
I
me too.
cannot
I
wait.
love magnetic heads. It's the
Yeah,
best.
once
Yeah.
you get it in hand, there is.
Jedi Kid, you gotta pick this guy up too.
Get him to?
Yeah, now
Yeah,
that's so. That's so.
No, well,
Flashpoint.
this is Flashpoint, which is Toys Era, like one
Yeah.
of their 87,000.
The Toys Era. Toys Era. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah, I'm
forget,
big
everybody, please follow Jedi Kid, Master G on Instagram. Great photos, content, and he always proves that he's a smooth motherfucker on his page. So that's how it goes, man. Like straight up.
That's
He's
me.
just all, he with water glisten all over his body. But yeah, definitely, man. Vinny, what you
That's me. I'll
Vince
take
Dunn,
that.
man? What you got going on, brother?
Just catching up on more reading, just burning through, just binging through comics I wasn't able to read throughout the season. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more catching up and just more drawing and taking a minute. Hopefully, there's not another storm this weekend, but it looks like
Yeah.
so we'll see. I'm just working around that for now. So unless that's going on, I'm drawing and reading and catching up on, doing all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. If you haven't already, follow Vincent Dunn Art on Instagram as well. Great pieces. You can actually get the link to his store as well. They get some great pieces. So yeah, shout out to that, and stay tuned next week. It's going to be a good one. Put them boxing gloves on. It's going to be incredible.
Do some.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I'm gonna do some recommends next week.
Yeah.
We'll do pull lists.
Are we going to do the ones
yeah.
that you sent me?
I mean, if you got time, I know we're running over.
We'll do that first thing next Monday. I still have them, and we'll just keep them in. It'll be the recommends for everybody because, like I said, we have run over. Brendan, what's going on, man? Butt naked. What you got besides just being butt naked after every stream? What else you got going on that requires you to be butt naked?
I pretty much just, I'm bringing the sexy to every live stream that I'm on. So just pretty much doing that, making a lot of friends in the Facebook groups, being very diplomatic. Just kind of doing that, catching up on some books. Looking forward to Boba Fett on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't have a client shoot this Wednesday morning, so I can watch it first thing when I get up. So I don't have to have. Let's see. What was the text that you sent me, Lael?
Yeah, I was gonna whoop your ass if you didn't have to watch it.
It was a little more graphic than that. I think it was like.
Yeah, what I said. Tell them what I said.
Let's see. I think it was that you were gonna punch me in my fucking nose. I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face if you don't hurry up and watch it.
Yeah.
That was the text that you sent me.
Yeah.
Oh, after you seen it, you understood that text, right? Because you had to fuck.
Yeah, but it was like literally, I'm with a client. I'm filming with the client.
That was the point.
All right, and
fuck the client.
And he sends me a text, and my phone goes off, and it's got like on a table, right, and it lights up so you can see the text on the screen of my phone, and I just say, bro, hurry the fuck up. I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face if you don't hurry up and watch it.
That was true.
Shove that in my fucking pocket. Damn.
That was true.
Yeah.
That was true.
So I don't have to worry about that. I muted him and everybody else like on Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning so that I didn't have anything spoiled. So yeah, I don't have to do that this week. So Wednesday morning I get up and I'll watch that, and yeah, man, that's pretty much my week. So
yeah.
Oh, and then Peacemaker is Friday, right?
Yeah.
I think
Peacemaker
Thursday or
is this
Friday.
So we'll see who drops what. We'll see what reveals we get.
Really off my radar. I forgot it was even that soon. I thought that was down the line.
No, it's definitely this week, and it's gotten some
Friday.
pretty good buzz. Like early reviews have been pretty positive about it, so I'm hopeful.
Let's see how it goes, man. Again, follow Max Effort and Real Raleigh on Instagram as well. If you haven't already subscribed to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel on Twitter and Instagram, please do that. We are going to have a major giveaway coming up. It's going to be running up until mid-February. I'll let you know the details on that, so stay tuned. Again, you'll see me on Justin's show tomorrow, and that's on Justin's Collections YouTube channel. You can also see me on Wednesday when it's Say What. We talk figure talk, everything there. Also on Thursday, we will actually have Uncivilized Scoundrels. We will revisit episode 2 and 3. I had to cut out last week, but I thank everybody for understanding. Had so much I wanted to do this weekend, but Mom trumps all of that. Mom, thank you. Mom, get well soon. I'm glad that you're getting well and that everything's going good.
Your other son loves you.
Yeah. Other son, I knew he was gonna say some shit like that. But yeah, thanks everybody for really understanding on that. Again, follow everybody's channel here and follow their Instagram. Great content. I thank everybody for basically being here. I'm going to run through a few names. I'm not putting that romper room up. I'm not doing that right now.
Not doing that?
Ashley Chase, thank you for being here. Cuervo 383, Chess Vernon, The Bin Cave, Tobar, Max Geekdom, Linda, Bloodsport, Ashley. We have also the Russian Bot. Thank you for coming through and taking your time to put some bullshit here. Craig Spencer, Cuervo 383.
Lil,
Jennifer Pro.
the Ben
There
Cave
he
says
is.
the
There
way
he is.
Electro says butt naked out in the woods is exactly the same.
Oh,
cadence
group
as
hug
way
to end the
Lil says
stream.
it.
That's what Jetta
Group hug
said.
to end the
Group
stream.
hug. Oh,
Max,
there it is.
Max Geetham.
There it is.
Cuervo, let's see here. We love each other. That's what makes for a healthy discussion. Philip the Fool. Let's see here. My baby Latoya T. Chess Verdon. DK is in the building. DJ N. Thank you for coming through and contributing. Your
Looks
questions
like
were
he'd be
great.
like the fortune teller on like the thing from Big.
Exactly. Quentin Back, Kay Carter, Charlie the Unicorn, Linda, Craig Spencer, Ashley Chase, the one pouch man. That's what I'm talking about. Ben Cave, DK.
What's in the pouch?
Why do the symbiotes on the money? Wait a minute. Why do there be symbols on the money? Laughing my ass off. After 2 or whatever, I don't know. Avengers Assemble. Thank you for coming through. Let's see here. Who else do we have?
Seriously,
I Am
wanna know what's in
Legend.
the pouch.
I don't know. Thank you for coming through, Quinn Bacher. He said that. Yes. And if I haven't said your name, I mean, come on, man. You're always welcome here. Well, we have good content. We talk comics every Monday on Comic Book Talk with Friends. Again, be kind to your neighbor. Stay a geek. Stay warm. Be sensible, please, man. This pandemic is running wild. It ain't showing up and going away no time soon. Please be safe and protect yourself. Until next week, love you guys, and we will see you back here next Monday. We are